Alrighty then. Hello everyone. My name is Caden, and welcome back to more Steins Gate. Last time, we did a lot more experimenting with the foam wave, and we've made our biggest change yet, I would argue, or at least what could have been. It doesn't seem like there's too much, but basically, we attempted to change Lukako's gender because they wanted us to try that by sending a message to the past to his mother to say to eat more vegetables. And it seemingly did change something, but I do not know what. And we still do not know what. And that is terrifying, because the only one who's going to know if something's changed is going to be Okabe. And this is terrifying to me. There could be so much change right now, and we wouldn't even know until it's too late. But let's just get into it. After killing some more time at May Queen, I leave Daru and head back to the lab. When I arrive, I find Kurisu sitting on the bench in front of the Bron Tube workshop, talking on her phone. What? You called me all the way to Japan, and now you... I knew it. You never wanted to see me, did you? The street is dark, and her hair is covering her eyes, so I can't make out her expression. She okay? From the sound of her voice, I can tell that she's crying. Why did you ask me to come here then? Can you at least tell me that? Kurisu lifts her head in surprise. She must have noticed me. She falls into an awkward silence and turns and walks away. It looks like she was crying. I wonder if she got into a fight. Who could have made her cry like that? Boyfriend? Even a friendless, experiment-loving girl like her can get a boyfriend. No, there's no way such an arrogant, abusive girl can have a boyfriend. But then who was it? A sibling? Or maybe her father, who she hasn't seen in 7 years? I'm afraid to ask. Kurisu's scary when she snaps. The memory of her baleful glare sends a shiver up my spine. I hurry to the second floor. When I'm safe in the lab, I start browsing the channel. It doesn't look like Tider has made an appearance today. The Tider craze that has dominated the occult board for the past week is starting to die down. In the end, it looks like I'm the only one who took Tider seriously. Just about everyone is skeptical of him now, especially the poster called Kuri Gohan and Kamehameha. Honestly, I can't tell Tider's true intentions either. Suddenly, I hear the door swing open. Startled, I turn to face the sound. Hey! You alright? Kurisu's standing there glaring at me. Her eyes are red. You good? So she was crying. Why'd she come back? Yeah? I wasn't crying or anything, okay? No, you were definitely crying. Don't be ridiculous. Where's your proof? Your eyes are red. Her glare weakens for a second, but then returns at double the intensity. I wasn't crying, okay? You're not being very logical, Christina. In fact, she's not acting like herself at all. Did she come up here just to claim she wasn't crying? She should have just gone back to her hotel and cried into a pillow instead of coming here to make excuses. Anyway, I wasn't crying, understand? End of this discussion. That sniffle tanked any credibility she might have had. Whatever. Even now, instead of going back to her hotel, she plops onto the sofa and hugs Mayuri's Upa plushie to her chest like a little girl. For the next 2 minutes, she just sits there, pouting and staring at the wall. Do you need to talk? If the TV were on, then we could have a little BGM for some distraction, but unfortunately, painful silence prevails. I'm hoping this isn't a result of our time travel shenanigans, or controlling reality shenanigans. The only sounds are the whirring of the desktop's hard drive and Kurisu's occasional sniffle. Jeez, what an annoying assistant. How are we supposed to get any science done like this?
Christina.
Shut up. Don't talk to me. Your lips say don't, but your aura says please. Maybe she's begging for attention? Listen, you don't have to talk, just listen. If there's something troubling you, I'll do everything in my power to help. Krisa looks at me blankly. And it's not just me. I'm sure I speak for Mayuri and Daru as well. So don't hesitate to come to us. When you want to cry, don't hold it in. Just let it out. We won't reject you. We'll hear you out. Why? Because you're important to us. You're a friend. Yeah. For some reason, Kurisu blushes and hangs her head. She hugs Upa so hard it's his face caves in. Upa, no! I'm sorry. I was just a little upset. You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. Just tell me when you're ready. I'll hear you out. Okay. Aw, I feel like we got to see the real Okabe for a second there. She nods softly. Looks like my sincerity has reached her. Just as planned. Show a friendless, experiment-loving girl just a little kindness and she'll easily grant you her favor. How do I know that? Because I too have friends. Yeah. I imagine it just goes. Kurisu's help is critical to solving the mystery of the foam wave name subject change. Now that my plan has succeeded, her petty private matters shall no longer be an impediment to our science. Normally I, the great Hewing Kyoma, would not concern myself with the mental health of my minions, but if this is the price I must pay to bring my dream to fruition, so be it. With this, Kurisu's loyalty is assured. Soon the world will tremble before us. It's the next day apparently. And I got mail. I told you it's too late. Too late, what are you talking about? You haven't told me anything. Yeah. What's starting to get really weird is that people are starting to send messages to Okabe that I have no idea what they're talking about. Which is kind of scary. Like, I have no idea what like, I'm pretty sure both Mayuri and Ferris have done this now. Like, you're talking about things that I do not know about. And that's kind of horrifying to me. This game's kind of just instilled a kind of strange horror in me. It's like, I don't know what's right or wrong anymore. It's like, we can't know what's right or wrong until it's too late. Like, we don't know if Lukaku's request actually went through. I mean, yeah, he looks the same, but who knows? Maybe he's a she now. I don't know. It's just, there's no way of knowing until it's too late. I spent the next morning doing laundry at the nearby laundromat. When I returned to the lab just past noon, Daru, Mayuri, and Kurisu are all assembled. Should I talk with them here? Thanks for coming in on a Saturday. Your devotion to science makes me proud. Yeah. Kurisu sighs deeply. It's the middle of summer, but instead of going on vacation, I'm stuck in this sauna with a bunch of pervs. Does that include Mayuri? Where did I go wrong? She's really giving us a verbal beatdown. Wipe your tears, you experiment-loving girl without a single friend. I'm not crying. Besides, you're the one who told us to be here. Indeed, but the one who obeyed my orders and arrived on time was you.
You know, Christiana's actually a very honest and hardworking girl. That's what my Yushi thinks.
Just don't bash my knee into the table. Mayuri smiles as she eats some nuggets from McDee's. Fast food hamburger chain boasting top market share based in America. I'm not surprised. Nuggies.
That's what makes her so adorable. Huh? What? How can this girl say something like that while eating a nugget?
Don't let it bother you. That's just my Yuri's nature. I've been with her for a long time, so I'm used to it. A Yuri flag. I get it. Daru, window. A metafiction term refers to common methods of foreshadowing particular events. A death flag, for example, suggests that a character will die shortly. Death flags and romance flags are the most frequent. Please unget it.
Here, Christian, have a nugget.
Nuggy. Thanks. While listening to their heartwarming banter, I go to put my laundry on the table. However...
Don't put that there. It's filthy.
Bruh, I just washed them. Like I care. What kind of guy puts his underwear in a girl's face? Have some decency. If you're that interested in my underwear, then just say so. I'm not interested at all.
Come on, guys. No more time on underwear. Mayusi's trying to eat here, okay?
How can you say that when you're still shoveling nuggets in your mouth? Don't interrupt me. I end up putting my laundry in the changing room. Anyways, as I explained to Dar yesterday, I've noticed something about the results of our experiments. D-mails have too many uncertain variables. We can never be sure what will happen when we send one. It's not like we can do anything about that. After all, the result is up to whoever receives the mail. Of course, if you can analyze the recipient's psychology, then you might be able to manipulate them into doing what you want. That's the problem, though. You can't. The worst part is, you can't even do that for yourself. We already tried sending our own mail to our own self in the past, and we couldn't predict that our own past self would just give the... Because that was what we did for the lottery, but we couldn't predict our previous self just giving it to Lukaku and then him butchering it up. So, yeah. So that might be a bit much for hewing underwear here. You just wanted to say underwear, didn't you? Underwear aside, the fact is that the email is still far from complete. I need a more reliable time machine before I can expose CERN and the organization and plunge the world into chaos. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why I called you here today. The purpose of today's roundtable conference is... Another roundtable? We're missing... I still hope Kiryu Moeka's okay. I mean, we know she's alive, it's just... If you want a roundtable conference that much, at least go by a roundtable. Or do you want me to say square table conference?
Remember what Corinne said, Christian? The round table's in our hearts.
Mayuri-san, you're really innocent, but you shouldn't take everything Okabe said seriously.
Really?
Hey, the round table doesn't matter now. More importantly, the purpose of today's meeting is to explore methods of true physical time travel, not just email, with the objective of sending someone to the past like CERN has. Don't be ridiculous. That was fast. And she's glaring at me even harder than she was during the whole underwear thing. CERN has the best equipment in the world, and even after 9 years, they still haven't succeeded. We can't possibly hope to accomplish something like that. We gotta try.
You'll become a Jello Corinne.
Kinda sounds like Garo Froggy. Those things get popular anyway. Garo Froggy? A series of plush straps featuring an ugly yet cute frog character, which became a fad among high school girls in Shibuya 1 year ago. After the Shibuya earthquake, the series was cancelled and their popularity faded quickly. Interesting. This isn't a laughing matter. Isn't it too early to give up? Haven't we already succeeded with D-mail, a first in human history? But we're not the first. Didn't CERN do it before us? Humanity's first time-traveling email. For we who have achieved that miracle, nothing is impossible. Such baseless confidence. Anyway, wasn't it just coincidence that we discovered D-mail? We still haven't figured out what's functioning as a lifter. We just need to figure that out, don't we? It's futile. How do you solve a problem that even CERN can't figure out? If you can't set the destination, then you don't know where you'll leap to. I'll pass on leaping into deep space, thanks. That is a problem. Yeah, how do we fix this? If you can't control where you'll end up, your time machine is worthless. It's just a suicide machine then. Wait a second. We don't set the destination when we send a D-mail, yet it still arrives where it's supposed to. How do you explain that? You know what, you're right. Now that you mention it, yeah. The D-mails go to where they are supposed to be sent perfectly. They go to the exact sender that we want them to go to. As far as we know, the only case that we can't really confirm that on is things like Moeka's or Lukako's mother. But those situations are only because we can't talk to them right now. You said the mail address, right? Isn't that enough? Is it? I don't think a phone signal can be received from millions of kilometers away. I bet you get a busy signal or something. I stare at my phone. Maybe our cell phones are acting like black holes and white holes. White holes? The reverse of a black hole. While nothing can escape a black hole, everything is ejected from a white hole. The existence of white holes is hinted at theoretically, but actual proof is impossible. They have never been observed. So nothing can enter a white hole is what you're saying. Nothing can escape a black hole, but nothing can enter a white hole. Interesting. I guess that can make sense, sure. In that case, would it be like using immense energy or something to push something out? Would it basically become like a slingshot or something? Like if you put something next to a white hole, would it be like slingshotted away or something? I wonder. You shouldn't speculate like that. You have zero basis. Is it possible that we form a wormhole? No wormholes have ever been confirmed to exist. I groan. Kurisu and Daru fall silent. The problem has stumped them too. Mayuri's the only one smiling. She probably doesn't understand and is just smiling because she feels like it. In any case, the cold hard truth is that D-mails arrive precisely when and where we want them to. We're already ahead of CERN in that regard. Now, can we apply D-mail technology to physical time travel? But with D-mails, you can only send 36 bytes of data. Yeah. Considering how much it takes to just send 36 bytes of data, how much more would we need in order to send an entire, person? No way you can send a whole person with that kind of limit. It's the same problem that CERN is having, and the reason their subjects turn into jellymen. If you want to become a jello green, I'm not stopping you. I'm good, thanks. Recalling the fate of CERN's researchers makes my skin crawl. Care black holes, ring singularities, supergravitational space-time distortions. If you can adjust the lifter's volume of electron ejection, you might be able to make the ring singularities naked. But even CERN is having a hard time controlling the lifter. Even if we do figure out what's functioning as the lifter in our time machine, I doubt we'll be able to solve the problem easily. Meaning that at present, we can only send a mere 36 bytes of data. I wonder how much data there is in a human body. I bet it's more than an exabyte. Then to the 18th. Prefixes are kilo, mega, giga, tera, peta, exa, in order of increasing magnitude. 1 exa is 1 quintillion. Got it. It'd be best to leave physical transfer aside for now. Sending data through time is an amazing feat by itself. We should be satisfied with what we've got. Sending data through time is enough, huh? Such pessimism is unbecoming of a scientist sworn to uncover the secrets of the universe. I'm telling you to know your limits. If you're going to uncover the secrets of the universe, you need personnel, equipment, and funding to rival CERN. It's one thing to set lofty goals, but this impoverished lab has no resources to speak of. Been thinking, maybe we should bring the phone wave to a proper research institution and entrust it to a specialist. CERN's keeping their time machine research top tier, so if we make an official statement, it'll benefit the future of mankind. If we make an official announcement, the organization will become aware of my existence. Oh, come on, I'm being serious here. This isn't time for your childish... And we've hacked into CERN. Those heartless bastards will do anything, even experiment on human beings, and behind them is a power greater than all the nations of the Earth. If we make the phone wave name such exchange public, they might have us erased. Watch too many movies. The name Committee of 300 appeared in actual CERN documents. Yeah, but... Kurisu's tone weakens. There's no denying that CERN could do something if we just try to make it public.
Mayoshi's kinda scared.
If they find out about our hacking, they'll seriously have us killed. I didn't make any mistakes that could give us away, of course. Also, this is the biggest problem. I lower my voice and look hard at each one of them in turn. If we go public, we won't be able to do cool stuff with emails anymore. Why you... No way I'm giving up such an awesome machine. I am Hugh Kyoma, the insane mad scientist who rules space and time. Why desire is? That's right. Chaos. This guy's hopeless. Better do something quick. A quotation from a popular manga about Death Note, spoken by the protagonist in reference to his female accomplice. The original quote, "This girl's hopeless. I better do something quick." Thank you, Kurisu. Huh? Huh? Everybody freezes. You've revealed yourself once more. Christina, are you an ad channel? Shut up. I'm not, okay? You are 100% ad channeler. Kurisu gives me her sharpest glare yet. Her eyes are still cold. My spine turns to ice. I nod and swallow what I was going to say. That reminds me, Daru, have you made any progress into hacking into CERN? He did say it would take time to learn how to use the IBM 5100. But I know he's been coming to the lab every day to work on it. His monitor is always displaying some kind of program, and his fingers are always busy on the keyboard. Yeah, right now I'm combing CERN's massive database. It would take years to read it all. For now, I've passed everything that looks important to Makiseshi for translation. Basically, I've gone as deep as I can go. CERN belongs to me now. Thank goodness you're on my side. If only you weren't so weak to seduction. Oh, that reminds me. We're probably going to have Ferris join us soon. Christina, report on the status of these translations. Can you stop talking like that? It's pretentious and annoying as hell.
Hellstar.
Thank you, Mayuri. Mayuri takes a cute idol-like pose and smiles for some reason.
Christian, as O'Green's childhood friend, I promise you'll get used to how he talks eventually.
I just hope it doesn't take 10 years. So you're saying you want to stay with me for 10 years? In other words, you want to work at this lab for the rest of your... It was sarcasm, get it? Sarcasm. Oh. Damn. Oh, well. Give me your report, Christina. If you don't, I'll call you an atch. Didn't you hear me the first time? She glared at me. My blood goes cold. Of all the things I could say to her, why is that the one that makes her most offended? Okay. I've been working on the translation when I have time, but so far I haven't seen anything new about time travel. Looks like CERN is still struggling to find a solution. Maybe they'll have to wait another 24 years like Tider said. Dar, any other results? Well, it looks like CERN's in the middle of a big project, so the LHC's at full operation. I'm trying to see if I can cut in and maybe use it secretly. What? No way. Kreese is stunned. Honestly, so am I.
Is that amazing?
It's not amazing. It's downright outrageous. Super hacker. What a monster. Kreese. A quotation from a classic manga about glass masks used to express amazement at someone's incredible skills. Kreese, you're very much being vulnerable right now. Eh? Hey, Christina, are you doing that on purpose? Doing what? She's an agile, no doubt about it. Wait, I need to read. No doubt about it, yep. Anyway, I'm just doing it for laughs. It's not like we have any reason to use the LHC. Sounds like things are going smoothly. When do you begin stage 3 of the operation? What stage 3? CERN's most secret, forbidden domain. We're going to free the darkness hidden inside. In Japanese, please. The IBM 5100 database. I'm asking if you start hacking it yet. Star frowns. What? We can't, remember? We can't? You said all we needed was an IBM 5100 of our own. Right, that's the problem. We can't do anything without one. Oh no. Oh no, what do you mean no? Huh? Again, this feeling of disconnect. Oh no. Oh, you're kidding me. Our time travel made us lose the IBN. This conversation isn't making sense. That's not good. I got you an IBM 5100. You haven't started working on it yet. Huh? You got one? When? Puzzled, I look at Kreese and Mayuri. Mayuri looks confused like always. Kreese meets my eyes and shrugs her shoulders. First I've heard of it. Impossible! That just can't be! I dash into the development room. The IBM 5100 I borrowed from Yanabayashi should be on the shelf. It's in a cardboard box and it weighs 25 kilos, too heavy for a single person to carry. But when I go to look, it's gone. It's no longer where I left it. The IBM 5100 was right here. Where'd it go? Everyone looks at me in surprise. Why are you staring at me like that? Look at the PC that was donated to Yanabayashi Shrine. You've seen it, remember?
I don't remember.
Donated to the Yanabayashi Shrine? That's stupid. Oh, that's really bad. Oh, hello, Rockstar. Oh no, this is actually really, really bad. So, our time traveling shenanigans, or our messaging shenanigans have somehow made us lose the IBM 5100. The question is it the what exactly was it that made us lose the 5100? Was it the message to Moeka to not get a new phone? Or was it the message to Lukako's mother to try and get her to eat more vegetables? Which one would cause more of a change to make us lose the IBM 5100? I would say probably the text to Lukako's mother. But at the same time, I can't be certain of that. But this is really bad. You sure you weren't hallucinating? It's hot these days. This is bad. Despair drags me down like quicksand. We can't hack that database without the IBN 5100. $5,100. Oh, okay. Sometimes I'm not the best with reading. Who stole it? The organization? CERN? CERN is a possibility. Maybe they noticed our hacking and stole the IBN 5100 from the lab. No. Even if they could steal the IBM 5100 from the lab, they can't steal Mayuri or Daru's memories of it. What happened? Kiryu Moeka. Maybe I should check with her first. Could someone other than Moeka have stolen the IBM 5100? I got an IBM 5100. Do you know? Did you know? I sent the mail to Moeka. I don't know if I'll get a response. Why am I sending her a mail like this? The reason's obvious. I want to test her. If it was an inside crime, then Moeka's the prime suspect, considering her strange attachment to the IBN 5100. I wait a while, but no reply comes. Of course, even if Moeka were the culprit, she wouldn't just admit it. Calm down. Tell us what happened. You don't have to be precise. Let's just say whatever comes to mind. We can work it out later. Yeah. I wiped my sweat with a handkerchief and then slowly explained the purpose of the IBM 5100 and how I came to obtain one. This is why I'm really not liking messing with reality like this. It's like, all we wanted to do were small, simple things, and now we've lost something big as a result of it. We've lost the IBN 5100. When all we wanted to do was make it so that Moeka didn't get a different phone, and that Lukaku may have been born a girl from his mother, or eating more vegetables. Butterfly effects be a bitch. It really do be. And as a result of those changes, Moeka is no longer a lab mem, I guess. As the IBM 5100's gone. Everyone's memories are gone. And I'm terrified of this, like, loss of memories. It's a strange kind of horror, but it terrifies me. The IBM 5100 may have disappeared as a result of changes someone made to the past. Oh, so you believe me? But from my perspective, all the emails we sent so far were trivial. There's the one that we sent when we first realized Chan was a time machine, right? In that case, the one that has to have caused a change would be the one to Lukaku's mother. That's the only one that I could think of that would cause an issue. If it wasn't Moeka's phone, then it would have to have been the bigger one, which is, of course, Lukaku's mother. That's definitely the biggest, like, email that we've sent so far. Like, that's the largest amount of time we've traveled. Like, it was like 16 or something years, I think they said. So, ugh. The one that said Okarin's a perv. And during the preliminary email experiments, I sent dozens to Okabe's phone. They were all insubstantial, so I don't think it could change the past. I sent 2 of them when I was first trying to win the match against Ferris. There was one more. The first mail Okabe accidentally sent and that said I was dead. None of those are the ones that are the culprit. It's either Moeka's or Lukaku's. But from my perspective, we sent several more.
You mean how we sent the winning lotto 6 numbers and how Luka-chan bought a ticket with those numbers, but didn't win?
But nobody aside from Okabe remembers sending it. Pivotal moments in history are rarely seen as such until long after they have occurred. Even in the person responsible for the change may not realize what he has done. You know, I was gonna say this is a bad timing, but pivotal moments in history are rarely seen as such until long after they have occurred. Even the person responsible for the change may not realize... I don't know why, but that last sentence... Even the person responsible for the change may not realize what he has done. That feels very fitting considering what's going on right now. Even the person responsible for the change may not realize what he has done. Because I sure shit do not know what I've done at this point. We've made changes that we cannot even confirm. And how exactly did you confirm it? It's not as easy. Not that easy. Who knows how many tiny things have changed and as a result have culminated into one big change. All this from telling someone to eat more vegetables. How does telling someone to eat vegetables result in the theft of my PC? But I showed you guys afterwards. It was still in my phone's arrival history. We were so close.
Is that all?
No, there's more. Moeka and Lukaku each sent an email. Oh, right. That's what you claim, but Hashi-san, Mayuri and I don't remember either of those.
Oh, Mayushi's getting a headache.
I already told you guys, I'm the only one who keeps his memories after the world changes. So according to your perspective, when did the IBM 5100 disappear? Did it just happen? When's the last time you remember seeing it in the lab? Well, I put my index finger to my forehead and searched my memories. IBM 5100. IBM 5100. I'm sure it was August 3rd. I remember it being in the lab on August 3rd. Are you certain? I think so. So many things have happened. My memories are a jumble. Let's go over the events which led to me obtaining the IBM 5100. I heard that Ferris was a retro PC maniac who knew about the IBM 5100. I learned that 9 years ago, she donated her IBM 5100 to Yanabayashi Shrine. I asked Lukaku's dad for help, and he lent me the IBM 5100 just like that. Mission complete. At the very least, Ferris and Lukaku should remember what happened. I should give them a call. Let's start with Lukaku. Lukaku.
Hello, Okabe-san. Please forget what you saw the other day.
I saw something? Now I'm wondering if I shouldn't have called Lukaku.
My cosplay.
Oh, the pink outfit. Forgot about that. Oh, that. That was just Lukaku getting embarrassed for no reason. More importantly, I have questions about the IBM 5100.
The IBM 5?
IBM 5100. About 9 years ago, someone dedicated a retro PC to Yanabayashi Shrine. That's the one. Know anything?
Yes.
He remembers. Lukaku really remembers. Just a while ago, I came to the shrine looking for it, didn't I? And then I asked your old man and he let me borrow it, right?
Huh? I don't...
Right.
I don't remember anything like that.
What? Is this an artifact of changing the past? The IBM 5100 was at the shrine though, right? Is it there now?
I don't know the details.
Where are you now? Is your old man there?
No.
Damn. Okay, sorry for calling you suddenly.
No problem. I'm sorry that I couldn't help.
The IBM 5100 was at Yanabayashi Shrine. That's a fact. And Lukaku knew that. I need to check if it's still there or not. Could the IBM 5100 have returned to the shrine? Did that huge retro PC sprout legs and drop back? That's just silly. But Shelbanas have teleported out of the microwave. And that's where it starts to get worrisome. We can't exactly rely on reality to make sense. We've already broken it. So, who knows what else could happen? The laws of reality don't really matter anymore. Moeka also instantly moved from the lab to somewhere else. Considering that, it's entirely possible that the same thing happened to the IBM 5100. Maybe I should go check later. Next is Ferris. Yeah, let's call Ferris. Nope, I can't call her. By the way, I haven't told Ferris my phone number. I'm afraid that if I talk to her on the phone, she'll drag me into her usual nonsense. I should probably save just to be safe. So there's only one option. Mayuri, I need to contact Ferris.
What?
Mayuri's eating an eclair. She must have stuck some in the fridge when I wasn't looking. Where do you keep getting all this food?
What, Kareem? They're delicious.
I want to know where you keep getting this stuff. Now that you mention it, Karisu and Daru are eating too. You people don't have a care in the world, do you? There's some crazy stuff happening here. Or it's all be in your head. No need to panic. It's not just in my head, it's not.
You need Ferris-chan for something? I wonder if she's working today.
Ferris-chan's off today. Well done, Daru. You know Ferris' schedule better than her co-worker. I award you the title of Ferris Stalker. Your reward? To get flung out the window. You know her phone number, right? See if you can get a hold of her.
Okay.
Mayuri takes out her phone and makes a call. Are we actually going to see what Ferris looks like without the maid outfit on? And after a short wait, Mayuri smiles.
Ferris-chan, good afternoon. It's Mayushi. Nyan?
Alright, so it's the first time Karisu has heard Mayuri speak Nyan.
Sorry to bother you on your day off. Okarin said he wants to talk to you about something. Want to talk to him? Huh? You know, Okarin. Kyoma? Who's Kyoma?
The hell are they talking about? By the way, Ferris is the only person who calls me by my true name, Kyuing Kyoma. I'm thankful for that, but she still drives me crazy.
I'm handing you over, okay? Here you go, Okarin.
Oh, first off, I noticed that Mayuri's phone is different. It's green. And second off, you do have an outfit that's not the maid outfit, but you still keep the cat ears on. I take Mayuri's phone. Ferris' face is displayed on the LCD. She's wearing cat ears even though it's her day off. I'm glad I'm not the only one noticing that. Even the game takes note. It's me, Kyuing Kyoma.
Meow. How unusual for Kyoma to contact me, yeah.
There's something I need to ask you. Long ago, you donated a retro PC to Yanabayashi Shrine. Am I mistaken?
Yeah.
What? What's nyan supposed to mean? Yeah. Ah, crap. I started talking like her. Karisu burst out laughing. Looks like she heard.
It means you're right, yeah. I thought... Though, I didn't know it was called the IBM 5100 until recently, yeah.
What? Why recently?
Darnyan told me ya.
So that's it. At any rate, Ferris has confirmed that the IBM 5100 was at Yanabayashi Shrine. So did the IBM 5100 disappear from the lab after I retrieved it? So, I'm wondering if it's even there, though. The question that I think is most important is the IBM 5100 still at Yanabayashi Shrine? If so, then I guess this can be an easily fixed situation. We just go back over and surely we would probably be able to just get it back by doing the same thing as before, hopefully. Unless some other specifics have changed. But what I'm more worried about is, does someone else have it? That's what I'm more curious about. Because there's always a bigger potential for something like that to happen, I feel. Specifically, I feel like it could be Moeka. No, Krisu and the others lost their memories of me bringing it back to the lab, so I'm considering two possibilities. One, I went to the shrine, but didn't acquire the IBM 5100. It's still at the shrine. Two, before I went to the shrine, someone moved the IBM 5100 somewhere else. Looks like we'll have to go to the shrine after all.
So what about the retro PC now?
Nothing. Ferris was a retro PC maniac, wasn't she? Let's just make sure. Do you have any other information on the IBM 5100? It's a super rare PC. As a charisma build maid, I expect you to have a strong network in Akiba, correct? I'd like you to use that network and search for any IBM 5100s in Akiba now. We only need to find one. It doesn't matter if it's the one I found at the shrine.
Yeah. I can look, but for a price, yeah.
Price? Is he trying to strike a deal? That's unexpected. Let's hear it.
I want you to come over to Ferris's apartment, yeah.
Where's this apartment of yours? I quickly prepare a memo pad and write down the address Ferris recites. Oh, so you live in Akiba? I'll make things quick. Judging by the address, it should be right next to the station.
I'll be waiting.
I return Mayuri's phone and stand up from the couch. Stop by Yanabayashi Shrine and then head to Ferris's place. Well, I look over my shoulder with a frown. Hello! Why are you guys tagging along? Mayuri and Daru following me, even though I didn't ask them to come. Daru I can understand. Mayuri... Actually, I can understand with Mayuri as well. On second thoughts, I actually completely understand why you two are following me. Kurisu stayed back at the lab. That one's also to be expected.
Mayushi's never been to Ferris Chan's place.
So you're just inviting yourself? What if she doesn't want you there? What if she kicks you out? How are you gonna feel then?
I thought I'd like to visit once.
Nope. I didn't read that. I mean, it's Ferris-san's. Oh, no way I'm missing this. It might be a bad idea to take the Ferris stalker along. A really bad idea. Daru? Please don't. Well, whatever. If Ferris has a problem with it, then we can send him away when we get there. Nothing else matters as long as I get Ferris to search for an IBM 5100. Of course, if the IBM 5100's at Yanabayashi Shrine, then that won't even be necessary. I stopped by the shrine, but Lukaku's not there. I guess he was out when he answered the phone earlier. I kind of figured because he wasn't in his shrine outfit. I've got another choice, so I go to the humble shrine office and press the intercom button. Luca's dad comes out. When I try asking him if the IBM 5100 was donated to the shrine, he answers it certainly was. But after he tries looking for it, he says he can't find it anywhere, and he has no idea where it went. Okay, so it's as I thought. It's gone. Although, that's worrisome. Because the way that it's being said right now, it makes it sound like he thought he should have had it. He says he can't find it anywhere, and he has no idea where it went. That makes it sound like he thought he should have had it. Does that mean somebody stole it? I asked if he lent me the IBM 5100 before, but that event is gone from his memory. What's going on here? While heading towards Ferris's place, I analyzed the situation. The IBM 5100 has disappeared from the lab, even though it was there just a few days ago. It has also disappeared from Yanabayashi Shrine. It's like some god is messing with me, moving it every time I get close. The only person I can think of that would have some connection to its location, there's only two. Ferris, she might have an idea. But more importantly, I think, is Moeka. Moeka's been kind of gone for a while, it feels like, so... Oh. Who knows? Maybe something's really changed in Moeka from our change to her wanting to go get a different phone. Or whatever. The demos definitely have something to do with this. I can only begin to imagine how the past has changed. I still think the biggest mistake was trying to change the past 16 years ago. That was the biggest mistake we've made so far. I can understand doing it like in smaller increments, like a couple days. Like, I don't think that's as bad. I mean, I still don't think it's something to mess with, but changing it by a few days, sure. Yeah, that's probably... There's probably not too many long-lasting effects that can occur as that. There could probably still some, but when you compare it to 16-year difference... Again, I would have loved to grant Lukaku's wish, but at the same time, now it feels like too much has changed. At any rate, looks like we'll have to rely on Ferris. The usual weekend crowd packs the front of Akiba Station. Girls dressed in maid outfits but in school uniforms diligently distribute flyers to the passerbys. I appreciate their efforts in this god-awful heat. After a few melanin-boosting moments walking in the sun, I come to a sudden stop. What's wrong? You! I've caught sight of a woman squatting on the side of the road, hugging her knees and typing on her phone. You! That's gotta be Lab Mem number 5, Kiryu Moeka. Wait, is she still Lab Mem? Mayuri and Daru don't remember her. I need to know if her... Actually, no. I don't think I need to know. I was gonna say that I need to know if Moeka remembers the experiment, but I don't think we need to answer that because of Lukaku. Lukaku doesn't seem to have known about his experiment. So if Lukaku didn't remember, then I have no doubt that she probably doesn't remember either. Well, whatever. Oh, look! There's something I need to ask her. Moeka. I run up to Moeka. Hey, Shining Finger. I tried getting her attention, but she's stuck in her own little world. Hey? Are you okay? Gone. Why is it gone? Why can't I find it? Is it really in this town? Don't tell me it's already... Are you listening, Shining Finger? It should be. It should be here. Has to be. We said so. No reaction. She's acting strange. She's acting stressed. Kiryu Moeka. Moeka stops muttering. She finally looks up. Actually, she just looks at my feet. Okabe-kun? Did you take the IBM 5100 from the lab? Mayuri and Daru look askance at me, but I ignore them. I don't want to believe that it was you, but you are a fellow lab mem after all. But you did display an unhealthy attachment to that computer. So, was it you? You found an IBM 5100. Okay, it doesn't seem like she's the culprit then. Judging by her muttering, I could also believe she's not the culprit from her muttering alone. But then, what the hell happened? I was most suspicious of Moeka because of her attachment to it, but if it's not Moeka, then how the hell? In that case, it has to have been Lukaku's message to his mother in the past that changed the IBM 5100's location. Because again, it doesn't seem like because if Moeka had become like a thief or something, I feel like she wouldn't have been muttering like that just now. But she sounds just as confused as we are. In fact, she sounds even more confused because it sounds like, what happened? What's going on? Something feels really wrong here. Like, it's terrifying, honestly. This game really is kind of just like a strange kind of horror where it's like, you can't trust memories. Memories are the things that you should be able to trust the most, but I feel like I can't trust them here. I found one, but it's gone missing. Missing. Don't worry, I won't report you to the police, as long as you return it, that is. The normally expressionless Moeka frowns in bewilderment. You don't remember, do you? Moeka shakes her head faintly. What the hell is happening? Whoopsie. She looks down and begins operating her phone at high speed. You're not making any sense. Please explain. Did you really find an IBM 5100? Where? She really doesn't know. If the IBM 5100 had been stolen from the lab, then Moeka would be my first suspect. The IBM 5100 disappeared from Yanabayashi's shrine, not the lab. It can't have been Moeka's doing. Yeah. It's impossible for it to have been Moeka, now that I think about it, yeah. If it was gone from Yanabayashi's shrine, then all events that would occur involving Moeka and the IBM 5100 would also cease to exist. She would have no connection to the IBM 5100, like, knowing where it is or whatever, as a result of it disappearing from Yanabayashi's shrine. So why did it disappear from the shrine? So it was the D-mail. Or perhaps it was the work of CERN. I'm sorry, Finger. I squat in front of Moeka and bow my head. I suspected you. A lab mem, a comrade. I'm the worst sort of man. Hit me, please. I don't mind. But there's one thing I want to know. Oh. In my long years running away from the organization, I've grown unable to trust anyone. Why? Why did I have to be born with these gifts that others so covet? Once I start to suspect everyone looks suspicious, no matter how many comrades gather around me. I always feel alone. Pitiful, aren't I? Now Mike Ermentrot. Don't actually know who that is, admittedly. I'm not good with people. Just tell me about the IBM 5100. Breaking Bad. Gotcha. Did you just ignore my entire speech? Fans call him Finger. Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. Gotcha. Hey, Okari, you're doing improv in the middle of the street. Has the heat gone to your head? Well, it's not Moeka. Admittedly, I'm glad. I didn't want to have to suspect Moeka of being a thief. But that does bring up bigger issues of the fact that, again, where's the IBM 5100? So Moeka doesn't know that I had an IBM 5100. And judging by her responses, she hasn't found one either. So did it really get stolen from the... There's only two things I can think of. Well, technically speaking... There are three things that could have happened. But some of them have different levels of possibility. Let's start with the one that I think is least possible. The least possible thing that I think of is maybe it never got donated to the shrine to begin with, but I don't think that's even possible, honestly. Simply because there are memories of both Lukaku and Ferris of it going to the shrine. So I doubt it's that. I doubt that their memories are wrong in this reality, or in this timeline or whatever. So I don't think that's it. The second thing is that someone stole it. it's possible someone could have stolen it because again, thinking about how Lukaku's father was acting, it sounds like he was expecting it to be at the shrine, but he couldn't find it. If he could have found it as easily as he did in the last timeline, then I doubt he would have had as big a... I doubt he would have trouble in this timeline finding it. Basically, he should have been able to find it regardless of what changes were made, but he can't. So maybe it was stolen in this timeline. Okay. I mentioned there was 3 things, but admittedly I can't remember the 3rd thing, but there is something else, which is, again, Lukaku's mother. Could she have done something? Because it seems like the D-mail that definitely seems to have been the culprit for changing the IBM 5100's location is the message to Lukaku's mother. But why would it change like that? Well, actually, I was going to say, why would a change like that affect it? But there's no way of answering that. That's the butterfly effect. Something very tiny changed 16 years ago or whatever, telling her to eat more vegetables, and as a result, a computer has gone missing. I doubt you can really find a reasoning there that easily. I feel like I'm getting farther and farther away from my goal. I hate when that happens. We just wanted a woman to eat more vegetables, and now my computer is gone.
I've been thinking. Moeka-san sure is pretty, isn't she? She's got a nice figure and she's tall too.
Do you want to cosplay her or something? Or make her cosplay?
She looked great in one of my costumes.
So you do want to make her cosplay?
No.
What? For a second I doubt my ears. I approach Mayuri. Wait. You've met Moeka before. Wait, what?
Sure I have.
Wait, what? Wait, what do you mean? When? I grab Mayuri by the shoulders and shake her. Her head bounces back and forth. Let's hear the sound. Thank you, Mayuri.
And you brought her to the lab.
Wait, Wait, what? We brought her to the lab. Wait, what? That doesn't... But I thought when we changed reality... I thought that when we changed reality so that she wouldn't buy a different phone, that all existence of her being in the lab was gone. But now, Mayuri's saying that we have brought her to the lab. What? Unless... Did Lukaku's message also change the timeline to where she also has come back to the lab before? Oh dear. This is really bad. I did. Daru, do you remember her? Sure, we met at the lab. I don't remember wait. So why'd she come to the lab in the first place then? What? After Moeka sent her D-mail, Mayuri, Daru, and Kurisu behaved as if they had never met her before. So Lukaku's message also made it so that they have met her. For some reason, we brought her to the lab. Why? What? But now, both Mayuri and Daru know her. What? Does that mean Moeka's past was reconstructed again? Given the timing, it has to be Lukaku's D-mail that did it. Yeah. Why would Lukaku's D-mail affect... Oh, this is hurting my brain. I'm trying to think of it, and I'm just hitting so much. how much of a mystery a story is when it's slower paced compared to the anime. If this is slower paced compared to the anime, then my goodness, what kind of speed do they go at in the anime? Because I'm already... Because if this is slow speed, then the anime must be going at lightning speed. Don't have time to think on things, yeah. But all he did was tell his mother to eat a lot of vegetables. It's like 35 hours condensed into about 9. I guess I can see how that would result in that much time. Pacing is phenomenal, though. I mean, as long as it's still good, then I guess it doesn't matter. It's just kind of interesting to think of the difference. How can that be related to the lab mem's knowledge of Moeka? Is this another example of the butterfly effect? Cause doesn't match the effect at all.
Oh, Green, we need to get going. Ferris-chan's waiting, remember?
That's true. Let's think about the Moeka issue later. Obviously way more detailed and has endings that aren't in the series, but basically keeps everything in. Well, that's nice. I'm not generally recommend watching it once you finish visual novel. I don't often watch anime stuff. It's not because I dislike it. It's mostly because I sometimes just have trouble like watching stuff like that. Like I just have trouble sitting still for stuff like that usually. I like having like even just a little bit of control for like clicking and stuff. If I usually look at stuff like that, I usually end up like finding like YouTube videos where it's like just short recaps or something like that. Yeah, feel it. Yeah. Well, I'm sure it's good. I mean, if our people like it, then that's good. That's all that matters. Let's think about the Moeka issue later. Right now, we need to look for the address written on the memo pad. By the way, Mayuri, what's Ferris's real name? Oh, Green, hold on there. Ferris' name is Ferris, and it's Nyan. She doesn't have any other names. Face reality, Daru. Ferris Nyan is just her professional name. You're the worst. Why do you have to crush my dreams like that, man? Is your reality really gonna be shattered because her name's different? She's still the same person. Quit grumbling. You just can't handle the truth. Well, Mayuri, don't you know?
Is it okay for Maiichi to tell you?
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if her name's still just Ferris. It's not like you took a vow of secrecy, right? Besides, we're visiting her home, so we'll find out soon enough.
Oh, I guess you're right. But just promise you'll keep it a secret, okay? Like from the masters who come to make Queen.
I nod.
Okay, Ferris' real name is Akiha Rumiho-chan.
Akiha? Okay. Yeah, I'm not listening. Daru covers his ears and drowns the sound out. Akiha? Same characters as in Akihabara. Appropriate. There's a big holy moly, big building. Our destination turns out to be the high-rise apartment building next to UPX. Hi.
Awesome.
Wait, seriously? She lives here. We stand there for a while, staring wide-eyed at the towering building before us. According to the address Ferris gave me, she lives on the top floor, all the way up there. My good, you live at the top! Did we get the wrong address? No, I wouldn't make such a stupid mistake. Don't tell me Ferris is working for the organization. I quickly scan the area. No suspicious figures in sight. Does she have men in black waiting to haul us off to a re-education camp? Nice illusion, man. Truth is stranger than fiction. Besides, don't you think it would be super moe if Bearstan turned out to be a rich girl character? Whatever floats your boat. Nice delusion yourself, man.
Anyway, let's go in.
When we call the top floor room via intercom, we're greeted by a voice of an elderly man. He lets us in immediately once I introduce myself as Hewing Kyoma. Feels like we're walking into a trap, but I can't turn back now. Well, what in the world? When we get off the elevator, the elderly man from the intercom is there to lead us inside. He turns out to be a silver-haired gentleman in a tuxedo. How rich are you, Ferris? What?
A real-life butler.
The maid has a butler. That's kind of funny to me. I don't know why. He does indeed look like a stereotypical butler. He fits the bill so well, you wouldn't think he was anything else. Mistress, Mr. Ewing Koma and friends have arrived. Bo leads us into a room. Ferris is standing before a large window with a panoramic view of Akiba. Hi there.
Thanks, Kurokinya.
I still don't know why it's funny to me. You're a maid, and yet you have a butler. Does the butler have a maid as well? I've never seen her wearing anything other than the usual maid uniform, so it's refreshing to see her in plain clothes. So why does she still have the cat ears on? I want to ask, I can't help but wonder. She's his maid, so it loops. They just take care of each other. I guess if it works, I guess. But I restrain myself. Even if I did ask, yeah, Ferris would just say something like, I was born with these, yeah.
Mayushi and Darugyan came in too, Nyan.
I kind of couldn't stop them from coming, so apologies on that. Ferris's eyes twinkle when she sees my Yuri and Daru behind me.
Ferris-chan, good afternoon, Nyan. Afternoon.
Casual Ferris-chan. I silenced the mouth-breathing Daru by introducing his ribs to my elbow. They followed me. If you don't want them here, I'll send them home.
No fur off my back, Akina. Everyone's welcome, Nyan.
Wait, you talk like that even in your own home? I noticed that she was talking like that to her own butler as well.
What do you mean, Nyan?
I'm just... maybe this is a pointless line to question. It just is. Gonna play dumb, Akiha Rumi. This is probably not a good idea.
Ferris is Ferris, Nyan.
I'm honestly surprised she didn't just get like angry at us saying her real name. Whatever. Fine. What I really want to know is how do you get to live in a luxury apartment in Akiba's best district? What kind of money do you make at that maid cafe? And how do I apply? No. Look around the room again. The interior designs and furnishings give a very refined impression. It's elegant without being ostentatious. And actually, it's kind of like a model home. There's nothing to suggest that this room is lived in. No dirty clothes, no used dishware, not even a speck of dust. That butler, or maybe even some real maids, if there's a butler, there have to be maids, right? Must be constantly cleaning up. Speaking of the butler, he's disappeared. I didn't even notice him leave. He's clearly a master butler if he can move so quietly. Ferris, just who are you? Assistant, is it okay to leave me alone here? I'm an outsider, remember? I could steal all your precious future gadgets. You're not outsider, you are a lab mem. If you really want one, you can have it, for a price that is. You are a lab mem. I fear you not, for I trust you. Betray that trust at your own risk.
Like I said, Ferris is Ferris, Nyan.
Ferris says it so nonchalantly. Don't play dumb. If you don't explain yourself, I'm leaving. How arrogant. We're the ones who came here to ask Bear's Town for a favor, aren't we?
Well, if you must know, this land originally belonged to my family, yeah?
So you inherited this. Huh? What did she just say? The land originally belonged to her family.
So that's why you're Akia's son.
Mary's exclamation connects the dots in my head. Oh. Oh, your family's like big in this area, isn't it? Akia? You mean you're descended from the hereditary landholders of Akihabara? Okay, that actually makes a lot more sense then. Ferris nods with a proud expression. Alright, that adds up. So she really is a rich girl character. You got your wish, Daru.
By the way, Ferris has considerable influence on Akihabara's development, Nyan.
Ferris wiggles her slender waist and makes a gesture like a cat washing its face.
It was Ferris who convinced the development board to actually promote Moe culture in Akiba. Yeah. Wow, that's amazing. I've been going to development meetings since I was little. Oh.
So basically, the chaotic changes in Akiba are all resolved as cat girl's whims. Honestly, that adds up. That just adds up. What a monster!
But please keep all this a secret, Nyan.
Ferris's expression suddenly darkens. Why?
You wanna know, Nyan?
Ferris approaches me with a bewitching expression.
That's because...
Ferris gently strokes my cheek with her cool, slender fingers. I feel myself falling under her spell. And then... she grins.
Ferris is Ferris, Nyan.
Damn you, cat girl. How dare you make a fool of me?
I want my fans to keep treating me the same as always, Nyan.
I guess that's fair. Daru starts fist pumping when he sees Ferris's cutesy act. I'll treat you at full force!
Mayuchi's your fan too. Your maid sphere is really amazing.
Mayuri and Daru might have fallen for her charm, but not I. I don't care about any of this. I thrust my finger at Ferris. Do not defy me, Ferris Nyan Nyan, or I'll paint your expensive wallpaper with blood. You called me to your home so you could show off your stats and try to gain leverage in our negotiations, but it's futile! For you are dealing with the insane mad scientist, you in Kyoma! What kind of reason is that? Perfect. Now Ferris will tremble in fear and beg for my forgiveness. Or so I thought, but instead she just looks at me with gleaming eyes.
Ferris loves sorcery, yeah.
I can't get the upper hand. He's too powerful. What? What did you say? That's my line. I wanted to threaten her, not seduce her. Is Ferris a masochist?
Honestly, Ferris doesn't want to talk too much about herself, yeah. Most people, when they learn who I am, stop seeing me as Ferris, yeah. They only see me the name, the Akiha name. Ferris and Akiha Rumiho don't want to be seen as separate persons, yeah.
There's nothing to separate. You are Ferris Nyan Nyan, are you not?
Yeah?
But once I agree with you, Ocarine. Whenever she speaks Nyan Nyan, Nyan Nyan Nyan, and where's your cat here? She is Ferris time. You're just being overly self-conscious, Ferris. Kali says, Ferris Nyan. Yeah. It's a disgrace to be thought of as your partner. People will start doubting my character. Anyway, finish your errands and get back. Then why do you keep coming to the lab? If in truth you're so happy to be a lab member that you can't help it. Isn't that right? You fool.
I don't know, yeah.
I'm serious. To me, you will always be the unbeatable cat-eared maid.
Thanks, Kyoma.
Why is she thanking me? Well, she's probably admiring my incredible magnanimity. Now then, let's finish this idle gossip and get down to business. Ferris, you said there would be a price to pay in exchange for your help inquiring the IBM 5100. What is your price? Do not test the limits of my goodwill. If I unseal my right arm for even an instant, everything will be destroyed, and nothing will remain, just so you know.
My knee. Yeah.
Ferris points at the cat ear sticking out of her head.
Tigers have the power to negate all other powers. Nyan clear. And Kyoma's power is unleashed. Ferris will stop it, yeah.
Damn it! I shouldn't have mentioned my hand to Ferris. Ferris's most terrifying power is known as Dubbing 10. Allows her to steal other people's stories and add them to her own. I'm the one who named it, of course. The number 10 doesn't really mean anything, actually.
Well, I guess I'll tell you now. My price.
Ferris chuckles, but I notice something. Her eyes aren't smiling.
So let me use your time machine, yeah.
You know, in hindsight, this should have been obvious, but I'm honestly... If the time machine actually worked as it should, I wouldn't be as worried about letting her do it, but... There's already been too much change from this. I'm scared to use that time machine anymore. Because I feel like we're starting to get dangerously close. Like, the changes so far, they've been bad, but they haven't resulted in anything, like, truly, truly serious yet, I feel. But I'm worried we're starting to get close to a point where something really bad's going to happen. Something really big is going to change, and it's not something that's going to be easy to fix. It's not going to be like something we can find, like somebody's life's going to be changed forever. Yes, I had a feeling that was it.
I heard what you said at Make Queen yesterday. You built a time machine.
Indeed, we've created the first successful time machine in human history. CERN was the first. But don't misunderstand. We call it a time machine, but it's not the kind you can hop into and fly it whenever you want. All we can do is send a 36-byte email to someone's phone in the past. But even that is worthy of a Nobel Prize in physics. It is a transcendental super invention that will alter the course of human history forever.
You can send an email out to someone in the past? Awesome! Ferris wants to use it, yeah.
Ferris jumps up and down with joy. The time machine is our lab's greatest secret. If you want to use it, then you must become a lab mem.
A lab mem? What's that, yeah? Well, it means you get to be a part of our club. Mayushi would be super happy if Ferris-chan became a lab mem.
Same here. That would be alright. Please join. I'm begging here.
How do I become a lab mem, yeah?
There's no contract. We only require that you perform the blood oath.
The blood oath.
The window's closed, but a gust of wind blows through the room. It's coming from the air conditioner. But outside the window, I see rain clouds cover the sky. I hear the rumbling of thunder inside my brain. Ferris Nyan Nyan, if thou dost desire to join the hallowed order of Labmans, then by the code passed down in high ancient from an age long forgotten, pledge thy flesh, thy bone, thy blood, and thy soul to the grail of heaven, and swear fealty everlasting. This duty fulfilled, the old god shall grant thee thy labmem number. I didn't understand a word of that. Neither did I.
Oh no, what do I do? Mayushi never ate any blood loaf. Does that mean Mayushi's not a lab mem?
Don't worry, Mayushi. This is just Okarin's usual nonsense.
Oh, I guess everything's fine then. Thank goodness. Very well, yeah. I still take the blood oath, yeah.
With a grim expression, Ferris grabs like, no, 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 no! No, no, you idiot! Okami! Okami, what the?
Yep.
Isn't that a paper knife? What?
Garothian's right, yeah.
She surprised me! I clear my throat and pull myself together. Very well, Ferris. I invest you as lab mem number 7.
お前をラボメンナンバ
Perfect. So now I can use the time machine now?
ー。ああ。
Indeed, but not a word to anyone. Death to traitors. That's the law of the lab.
Is it?
No, Green made it up just now. How many people have you two told?
Thanks, Kyoma.
Hey, back off! Ferris hugs me by the neck. Be gone! A very sweet aroma tickles my nose. And something very soft tickles my... Oh, Green, you jerk! I'll make the phone wave too!
Really, yeah? Dendarian, too.
Uh-oh. Ferris flies over to Daru.
Glad she's happy, Ocarine.
My Yuri, you really are innocent.
実に無邪気だ。
Huh?
I take out my phone and put it to my ear.
俺だ。
It's me. Yeah, I got her wrapped around my finger. What did you expect? She's just a 17-year-old girl. That cat girl thinks she's bargained with me to appease her lust for mankind's dream. The forbidden fruit, that is the time machine. But she's dancing to the tune of Hewing Kyoma. Why did I agree to pay her price, you ask? That should be obvious. Then I twist my lips into a grin. My razor-sharp shark teeth are probably glistening right now. Damn, I wish I had shark teeth. Thank you, Kyoma. That cat girl shall be our guinea pig. I'm a monster. What a terrible thing to say. Not that you're wrong, exactly. Our D-mail experiments have reached a standstill. Karisu refuses to become a subject, and Mayuri and Daru are too dumb to be useful. We managed to experiment on Moek and Lukaku, but we still need more data. Along comes Ferris. She's going to provide me with both an IBM 5100 and new data. 2 birds with 1 stone. Right. Ferris thinks she's using us. But it is we who are using her. She's but a moth drawn to my brilliant flame. As planned, we are proceeding to the next phase of the experiment. This is the choice of Steins Gate. El Sai Kongru. Someone tapped me on the shoulder after I put away my phone. Right after that, they blow into my ear.
Who are you talking to?
Ferris is behind me. She must have finished servicing Daru while I was still on the phone. No doubt she heard everything. It's too late, Ferris Nyan Nyan. You've already taken the blood oath. If you break it, ruin will befall you. There is no escape.
Okay, yeah. So where's the time machine, yeah?
She's certainly in a hurry. I'm worried what she's gonna want to change. The time machine, its name is the phone wave, names have to change. By the way, is in our lab. This time, we'll make use of the phone wave names of change's original function and send the D-mail by remote control. Oh, we're gonna do it from here. Okay, I feel like I should save. Oh no, anytime we get this damn microwave used, I get worried. Carisha should still be in the lab. I'll leave this up to her. I asked Ferris where she wants to send the email to. She says she's sending it to her father 10 years ago. I take it down on his email address. What are we doing? Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, I don't like this. Oh, dear. Why are we doing more years again? I was hoping you were just gonna do a few days. The destination is April 3rd, 2000. It has to be at 8 a.m. that day, so we use an online calculator to factor in leap years, resulting in 86,168 hours.
So does that mean it has to keep going for 86,000 seconds? Won't Phone Wave-chan get tired?
いや
It doesn't actually have to
実際に
run
そ
the
の
entire
秒数を動
duration.
かすわけではない
Our previous experiments have confirmed that.
放電現象
The
が
mail
起き
reaches
た
the
時点
past
で
if you
送れ
send
ば
as soon as the
過
discharge
去が
begins.
届くのだ故に
In accordance with the butterfly effect, the remaining seconds should be cancelled out.
残り
The
の秒数
experiment
に
never
ついては
happened.
キャンセルされるはず
The fact that the Gmail was sent is erased, leaving behind only the mail and the recipient's phone. At least that's what our experiments have shown so far. Now, let's call Kurisu. Kurisu, we're about to make another big mistake. Prepare yourself. I can't call her. Never mind.
Hello.
Hello.
俺だ
It's me. What's the situation?
そちらの状況切りやがった
You... What? She hung up on me! Of course she did. I usually are the ones who can deal with your act, you know. Again!
Hello.
Hello.
おー
It's Hewing Koma. Don't hang up!
なんだ
Oh, it's Okabe. I was sure it was a prank
い
call.
たずら電話だと
こっちの番
It
号は
shows you my number, doesn't it?
いきなり意味
You
不
were
明な
talking
こと言
crazy,
われ
so I
た
got
ら
scared and hung
怖
up.
くなって切るわよ
Gosh dang it.
それはつまり
In other words, you fear the insanity of Hewing Koma. Well, I suppose you can't be blamed for...
あいつまた来た
She hung up again! Like I said, we're the only ones who can put up with you. I quickly redial. Please.
ハロー
Hello.
あの岡部倫太郎で
This
すけ
is
ど
Okabe Rintaro. Sorry, could you mess with the phone wave? Names have to change its settings a little, please.
初めからそう
Well,
言
why
えばいい
didn't you
の
say
よ
so?
Got no time for this. I just want to use the microwave machine.
うーん
You're going to use the phone wave. I don't want to anger the guy downstairs, though.
これは貴重な
We're
実
about to
験の
perform a
ため
critical
だ
experiment. Understand, assistant? Mr. Braun might yell at you, but that small sacrifice will bring mankind's dream, the time machine, to
ただそれ
fruition.
だけの犠牲により
ほんと
You're really irresponsible, you know
そ
that.
うよねで
Well,
どう
what should I
設
say
定す
to?
ればいいんだ
I tell her Ferris's dad's email address, and I have her set the timer.
はい
Okay,
入力した
that's
わよ
already.
よしご苦労
Alright, thanks.
Excuse me.
Wait a bit. I turn to Ferris.
送る文章は書き終わっ
Finish writing what you want to send? I already told her the phone wave name sub changes, email address. Ferris nods.
たどんな内容だ
What'd you write? You sure it's something that'll change the past?
Well,
それはその
What happened to her usual confidence?
恥ずかしい
it's embarrassing, yeah. A trade secret, yeah.
秘密だ
A
と
secret? Nonsense! This is science! Unless we know what you're sending, we can't
内容を
verify the
公開
results.
してもらわねばで
What's that supposed to mean? No one said anything about science, yeah. I'm using the time machine for myself, not science, yeah. That's not fair.
You're one dog. Dar, you horny fool! Are you siding with Ferris? You call yourself a super hacker? Ferris covers her phone with her body. Looks like she plans on hiding it to the bitter end. Well, unfortunately, that just means we're gonna have to figure it out. Which is scary. Should we halt the experiment?
ちょっと岡部
Hey, Okabe.
いつ
How long are
ま
you
で
gonna
待
make
た
me
せん
wait?
のよ
An impatient Kurisu nags me through the phone. Don't rush me, damn it!
Ocarine, it's probably something private, so I don't think you should pry. What? Even my Yori's on Ferris's side. I would normally not have a problem with this, but it's the fact that we don't know what's gonna change, or what's supposed to change. She was like this with Moeka too. This is bad. I thought I had Ferris in the palm of my hand. Was I dancing to her tune all along? Okabe, if you're not gonna send anything, I'm hanging up. Wait, fine! Activate the foam wave. Name such a change. Damn it, I submitted to the cat girl. This started starting. I nod to Ferris after getting Carice's report. Ferris puts her finger on the send button and... Here we go. Okay, here we go. Oh boy. As the dizziness fades, I exhale slowly and open my eyes. Alright, world, show me your new form. Every single time we do this, it doesn't feel good. Man, I wish I knew what kind of mail Ferris sent. First things first, I'm still in a room. When I look out to the window, the Occupus Sprawl greets me. I scan the room. Pretty one saves. I might just have to save over previous ones, like... Hey, I'll figure it out. Okay, guard open. Okay, so... They're all here, that's good. No! Another virus card!
Alright, judging by what's going on now, it seems like we just came over here for a Rynet battle, I guess, but...
Not so fast, Nyan. Well, you took 3 link cards, right? I got 3 virus cards, right? Mayushi's in trouble.
What are they doing? The 3 of them are sitting around the table playing some kind of game. We have a terminal card. We can turn the tables next turn.
It's way too late for that, Nya. Ferris is gonna use the terminal card. Virus checker, Nya. So, when does Mayushi's last virus card, Nya? Oh no.
You're a monster, Ferris-tan.
Hey, could you wait 2 or 3 turns, Nya? Please? Not even if you try to copycat Ferris, Nya. No way.
Mary puts her fingers to both her eyes as if to mime tears. Anyway, it looks like they're playing Rynet Access Battlers. Okay, well... It happened again. Reading Steiner. I'm the only person in the world who keeps his memories after the past changes. Ferris's email worked. That's why the 3 of them are now playing a card game instead of waiting for Ferris to press the button. Ferris never even sent the email. If I look at her phone, there won't be any record of it in her SIN history. And even if I demand that she tell me what she sent, she won't be able to answer, because the very fact that she sent it has been erased. The only trace of the email is in the recipient's phone, namely Ferris's father's phone 10 years ago. That 10-year-old mail data was most likely erased long ago, so I don't think we can check. I have to figure out what changed the hard way. Assistant. Seriously though, why am I still here? I was supposed to have gone back to America by now. Wait, what? I was supposed to have gone back to America by now? That's interesting. The choice of Steins Gate. I guess it's the choice of Steins Gate. Let's start looking for differences.
Phew. Ferris-chan is really strong. Mayushi started out strong, yeah. You have potential, Nyan.
I don't think I'll go easy on you just because we're playing for fun, Yan. Besides, I promised Papa that I'd win the next tournament, and yeah, I can't lose to anyone before then, Yan. Papa?
Ferris nods happily.
Papa said if Ferris won, he'd take time off work to congratulate you, Yan.
I want to congratulate you too. Are you free that night? So, only things we know is that Ferris's email was addressed to her father. So, whatever the change is, it involves her father. So, I guess just have to pay attention to whatever relates to her dad.
Papa and I are having dinner that night, yeah.
She wasn't mentioning her dad that much before, was she? I don't feel like she was. Oh.
You know, we should all go cheer at the finals. Thanks, Nya.
Isn't your final opponent the viral attackers duo? The one I'd heard of them until they defeated Steins' rivals, Idiona. Steins' duels with Idiona were all gods here, so I was looking forward to it.
I haven't seen any other Rhino or matches, but are the viral attackers really that ferocious?
Well, they're not a threat to Fairstown. Fairstown is the strongest. Fairstown is a goddess.
Stop it, Nya. You're embarrassing me.
As I listen to their conversation, I feel a strange churning in my gut. Something's not right here. A voice whispers from deep within, deeper than reason. I play the conversation back in my head and soon realize the source of my discomfort. The Ferris I knew had never been to an official Rhinet tournament. You're right. Wait, what? But now she has. What? And yet now she's about to compete in the tournament finals. Which means she's been going to tournaments for a while. Is this the change that Ferris wanted to make? First of all, it seems like she's mentioning her dad more. Maybe making him care more as a father? And now she's also becoming part of tournaments or whatnot. Considering the recipient was her father, maybe he was strict and wouldn't let her go to tournaments. It's possible. That's kind of what I was thinking. Maybe she made a message to her father saying to be more lenient and let her do as she wants so that she can be happier or something. But is that a reason to change the past? Ferris is only 17 years old. It's not too late for her to start participating in tournaments. If there were an age limit to Rhinet tournaments, that would be one thing. I guess it was just that important to her? At that moment, someone knocks on the door. Hello? The door opens halfway and a middle-aged man appears. Hello, who are you? It's not the butler. Are you the dad? Excuse me. Rumiho. You have a minute? You are Ferris's dad.
Papa!
I saw that. She didn't have the cat ears on. That felt weird. Ferris quickly gets up and leaves the room. Whoa, Ferris-san's dad. Shouldn't we say hello?
He's the CEO, right? Wow.
Well, at the very least, I can say that so far, while we don't know anything else that has changed in this reality, at the very least, it seems good overall. I mean, she seems happy being able to do access battler things. She still seems to be doing her old maid shtick with the whole cat thing. And her dad seems to be pretty nice at the very least, I think. So overall, at the moment, this seems like a positive. That being said, I don't know anything else that's changed. 10 years could change a lot. Last time, it removed the existence of a PC in the house. In the apartment. So, what else has gone missing? Oh, yeah, the cat ears back. Ferris soon returns. Then she turns to us and puts her hands together in a gesture of apology.
ごめんにゃ。
Sorry, Nya.
フェ
Ferris has to go out with Papa
に
Nya.
ゃ。いけなくなっちゃったにゃ。それじゃあ。
Okay, I guess we'll see you later then.
これで。
But, Ferris-san, what about my match? You promised to give me a hand, I'll listen. You know, really work me over.
誰もそんな約束してないと思うな。
Pretty sure I didn't, Nya.
Of course you didn't. I was just making it up.
ダルくん。
Haruka-kun, you shouldn't trouble Ferris-chan like that.
困らせたらダメなんだよ。ほら。
Come on, Green. Let's go back to the lab.
Hang on. Yeah.
そういえば。
You know, Kyo's been awfully quiet, Nya. Something wrong, Nyan?
いや
Nothing. I was just looking at Akiba, watching the ignorant masses scurry about in search of, momentary surcease from the pain of existence. That's Okrin for you. Batshit crazy. Ferris, her dad, and their butler see us off. Her dad tells us to come visit again. Well, it doesn't seem like a bad change so far. Ferris's dad seems like a cool guy. He's not pompous like you'd expect rich people to be. The sun is setting, but there's still a crowd in front of Akiba Station. More foreigners than usual. People come from all over the world to buy electronics and otaku goods in Akiba. But it looks like the satellite still is attracting some as well. Renaissonic TV. Man, it's hot. Less than a minute outside, I'm already drenched in sweat. Ferris's air-conditioning department was a little slice of heaven. Love air conditioning in the lab, but we don't have that kind of money. Anyway, how about some food? I turned to ask Daru and Mayushi what they think. Mayuri's not there. Mayuri! Huh? Where'd Mayuri go? Huh? You're right. She's gone. Did Stardust Handshake activate again? Mayuri! I scanned the area. There she is, walking casually towards the station. She's already about 50 meters away. Chase after her. Mayuri! Mayuri, where are you going?
Green, Mayushi was thinking about stopping by Broadway before going home.
If you're going home, then why didn't you say so?
Sorry. All I could think about was going to Nakano.
Mayushi's like some kind of ninja. Never know she was gone. Mayuri does this a lot. She just wanders off without saying anything. And just like Daru said, you never know she's gone. So when you turn around and look for her, it's like she's vanished into thin air. Stardust Handshake and Sneaking Fade. Why did her powers have to be so annoying? What business do you have in Nakano anyway?
Well, Asara's sword Ujinshi came out yesterday.
Born?
No, but the ulcer is Kuga Yui-san. Mayushi thinks it's finally time to get serious about costumes again.
Kuga Yui? She was the character designer for last year's Gundam. Formerly known as Mobile Jacket Gundam, a seminal work of robot anime, the first series aired in the late 1970s, and there have been many sequels and spin-offs since. Gundam, very nice. Love the parody series they describe. It is really funny seeing many of the parody names they put for things. Gundam, stuff like that.
Yep.
Buy me one too.
Okie dokie.
What are you guys talking about? If you want to do Jinshi, why not go to the Noana? It's right over there. Daru and Mayuri stare at me blankly.
There, where?
You know, there, right over. I follow my pointing finger. Hora Noana isn't there. What do you mean the store's gone? What do you mean What? I've rubbed my eyes and blinked several times. It doesn't help. Maybe I'm looking in the wrong place. I check up and down the street, but no, it's nowhere to be found. And what's more, I can't find Animate either. It's supposed to be right next to Tora Noana. Instead, I see electronic stores, Daichi Kaden and T21 and Minami. Never seen them before in my life. Wait. I remember Mr. Braun saying that Akiba used to have a lot more electronic shops. Wait, I didn't even... Ferris said that her family's like the ones who affect development in Akiba. Whatever she sent has changed the stores here. What? Many of them closed. I think Daichi Kaden and T21 and Minami were among them. Where the hell did Tora Noana and Animate go? Have you lost him, man? Huh?
There aren't any Noranas or Animates in Akiba. That's why Mayushi always he's going to Nakano to buy doujinshi.
What do you mean there aren't any? They were there yesterday, weren't they? What about earlier today? I wasn't really paying attention on the way to Ferris's apartment, but I'm pretty sure they were still there. There's no Moe stores in Akiba, man. You know that. The Holy Land of Moe is Nakano. Akiba's the Holy Land of Moe. The whole world knows that. Has the heat finally gotten your head, Okarin? Akiba is the electric town. If you open a Moe store here, the electronics otaku would riot. This feeling again. Dissonance. My memories don't match reality. The past has changed. Part of me knows what has happened. I still can't help but ask. What about Mandarake?
Nope.
Akibao. Of course there's an Akibao. I mean Akiba Okoku, where they sell doujinshi. Doujinshi. Hell's that?
They sell doujinshi in Akibao?
Of course not. That would be crazy. Gamers! Ramu Tora! They shake their heads. Melon books! Azubit City! They look confused. So, basically... I swallow hard. I finally understand. It's hard to believe, but I must face the truth. Chaos has forsaken this place. Every last store that sold anime, eroge, or moe goods has disappeared from Akiba. In a final desperate attempt to deny reality, I run to May Queen plus Neon Squared, the maid cafe where Mayuri and Ferris work, which Daru and I frequent. But upon arriving at the storefront, I'm forced to my knees in abject defeat. Is even that place gone?
No.
It's gone. I don't like this. This is too much. It's all gone. It's not just the Moe stores, even the maid cafes have disappeared. Mayuri, you work at May Queen, don't you?
Maid Queen? What's that? A potato?
We're messing too much with stuff. This is not okay. May Queen plus Neon Squared. I asked R2, but no reaction.
Mayushi works at Lemoine, remember?
Lemoine? Is that a maid cafe?
It's just a normal coffee shop.
Is there even a single maid cafe in Akiba? Nah, man. People here hate Moe business. Nobody would go. What the hell? It's clear now. This has to be resolved Ferris's D-mail. She got rid of all the Moe stuff or whatever. The barfly effect is added again. Ferris said she had influence over Akiba's development board. They adopted her plan and embraced the Moe industry. But by sending a D-mail to 2000, the world line shifted to one where that never happened. Akiba is still electronics all the way. To think that a single mail could rewrite 10 years of a town's history. Is it okay to change history on a whim like this? I almost feel guilty about it, but since I'm the only one who remembers the original Akiba, nobody can blame me. And it's not like I can change it back. But still, what in the world did Ferris's D-mail say? I don't like this. The next morning, I go for a stroll through the streets of Akiba. What I discover is that, although the chaotic energy familiar to me has receded, Akiba is still Akiba at its core. The few electronic stores that I used to frequent are still here, and in fact, they've multiplied. You can still hear the loud theme songs and the cries of salesmen all the way from the sidewalk. Electronics otaku and PC maniacs walk the streets with unkempt hair, wrinkled clothes, and eyes burning with intense purpose. It hurts. Oh, right. I don't know about the Steins Gate thing, but maybe Chaos Theory can explain how you derailed my life, lol. At any rate, take responsibility for getting me involved. I'm not in a mood... I am not in the mood, Karisu. This is... I feel like I'm going insane. This isn't right. There are even cheerful foreigners taking in the sights. The maids and young female otaku have disappeared, but the hobbyist essence of the town is unchanged. I admit it's a relief. Yesterday I heard from Mayuri how we met Ferris on this world line. I was wondering, since May Queen no longer exists. It was at a small Rhinet tournament at a toy store in Ikebukuro. We went to cheer on Daru, but he dropped out because of a stomachache, so Mayuri and I ended up taking his place. Our opponent was Ferris. We got crushed, needless to say. But Mayuri says that Ferris was very gracious and gave us advice on how to play. That was the beginning of their beautiful friendship. Our past has changed considerably, yet we still ended up with the same close friendship we had on the last world line. Fascinating. Is this, like, the whole divergence thing? What John Titor was saying, where it's like, it has to still be, like, similar, that there's, like, a certain amount of divergence that can occur, or something. How everything, like, there still has to be, like, only so much can change. Attractive, yeah, that. And the ideal thing that Titor wants is to get past 1%. Like 1% of history changing or whatever. So, the fact that the fact that we still have the friendship is because of the fact that, like, so much stuff still has to stay the same. The numbers that appear every time that there's always those, like, the orange that appears and the numbers that appear whenever we send the D-mail and change the past. That number's the divergence, I think. Or whatever it's called. Maybe Lady Luck is looking out for us. I've got mail. Excuse you?
なんだこれ
What the hell? Jelly? We need to stop. This is too much. Is this a prank? Spam? Why red gelatin? Who's watching me? What's going on here? Back it up! Back it up! I spin around, searching the crowd. A few passersby look at me strangely. I don't care. Something is wrong. Goosebumps break out over my body.
機関か
Is it the organization? CERN.
セル
If so, then this mail is a threat. My pulse skyrockets. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, shit. What do I do? Do I tell someone? Who? I can't involve anyone. It's a prank. It has to be. Ignore it. But what if it's serious? Are the men in black coming? I'm dead. They'll erase me. Erase us. Should I call the police? No, not enough evidence. What do I do? What do I do? The hell do I... Thoughts spin inside my head. Every pedestrian looks like an enemy. I flee from the crowd. After I manage to calm myself down, I head back to the lab. For now, I'll write that mail off as a prank. It's still early. Well, I guess it's actually noon, but Mayuri, Kurisu, and Lukaku are already at the lab when I return. I greet them, trying to keep the anxiety out of my voice.
お盆休み期間の日曜日
It's
だという
Sunday, Obon weekend.
随分
What are you
暇
doing
そう
here,
だな
lab girls?
ラボメンガールズよ
Pardon the intrusion, Okabe-san.
してますおかり
Good morning, Okarin.
The two Q high school girls wave to me in greeting. By the way, one of these girls is actually a boy. We've known this. In any case, the sight warms my heart. Or would, if not for a certain assistant who just gives me a bored look before going back to reading.
何をしているのだ
What are you doing?
Oh, it's so cute.
Mayuri and Lukaku are sitting next to each other on the sofa, reading a book together. Looks like a cosplay photo album.
昨日ね
Yesterday I went to Nakano to buy Jinchi, remember? I was there, I found a photo album of a super cute cosplayer.
その時にだからね
So I splurged on it.
紹介しちゃうほら見て
Look, Luka-chan. There's a costume of Sedona from Bloodtoon. So detailed and cute.
Oh yeah, I forgot to. A popular TV anime based on a manga, 26 episodes were broadcast last year. The main heroine, Seira Orgel, is especially popular among anime otaku. A Japanese holiday during which people return to their hometown to see parents and relatives. This includes paying respect to family members who have passed away by visiting and cleaning their graves. I don't know how I feel about going back to such calm and innocent seeming scenes after the horror of what we've just done.
It is.
I see, she's showing it to Lukaku as part of his re-education. To think that he was so reluctant to get involved in cosplay. Looks like Mayuri's persistence has paid off. Actually, judging by his obvious interest in the photo, maybe he was always interested in cosplaying, just too shy to cosplay himself.
ねえね
Hey, look, Christian. It's amazing.
え別によ
I'm okay. It was like Karisu's not interested in the photo album. She just gives a cold, Instead, she's reading a difficult-looking English book. Damn it, this is no time to be showing off your intelligence. You're going to make Mayuri cry if you talk to her like that. Or so I thought, but Mayuri doesn't seem to mind, so I stay out of it.
Wow, look at these swimsuits. So much skin. She's got a great figure like a grab your idol.
保湿度に憧れるな
Must be nice.
憧れてる
Nice. The swimsuits?
水着に僕
I don't have that great a figure.
くないからでもねでもね
Don't worry, Luka-chan. I'm sure you'll make your...
きっと大きなお友達からははぁ言われちゃうよ
Luka-chan. Luka-chan. Hang on. A diminished suffix that indicates high affection used between... Usually used for small children, young girls, or between close... Did it? It did... Did it actually work? Hey now, Mayuri, what are you saying? It's like you're referring to Daru with that remark.
あのね
Plenty of people like flat chests, so even if you want breasts, you still have confidence in yourself.
胸なんて
Teresa starts choking on her coffee. I know how she feels. I almost did a spit take with my soda. Mayuri's breasts are huge for her height, so her advice lacks a certain element of her swish. Bruh.
そうだ
I know.
こんなが終わったら
Once coming on is over, let's all go on a trip to the beach. Mayuchi's been making costumes all summer. I haven't had time to play at all.
まゆしもずっとコス作りしてて
Did
夏休み
Lukaku's wish come
一度
true?
も遊べてないもんねえねえ
What do you think, guys? A Lab Mem beach trip.
どうかな
What, all the Lab Mems?
私は行か
I
ない
can't
わ
go.
よ
I have to go back to America
もう
soon,
少
and I
しした
haven't
ら
even started
アメリカ
packing
に
yet.
帰らなきゃ荷造りもまだ
確かに
Yes, I can see you're in a rush. I bet you don't even have time to lounge around and read. Karisu snaps her book shut and glares at me.
だったらはっ
Fine,
きり
I'll
言
be
わせて
blunt.
も
There's
ら
no
う
way I'm swimming with you two
変
perverts
態
like
野
you.
郎2人と一緒に海水女子メンバー限定というなら
If it's just the
喜
girl
ん
members,
で
I'll
参加して
gladly
も
go.
らうわ
Be honest, Christina. You just don't want me to see. Stop it.
猛虎犯なんてないわ
I'm
よ
a going spot.
そもそも女子メンバー限定ならば
Oh no. No, 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 no. Anyway, if it's just the girl members, then doesn't that rule out Lukaku?
何それ
What's that supposed to mean?
どういう意味
この前
Didn't we tell you
教
earlier?
えてやっただ
Look,
ろ
Lukaku's a bona fide
ルカ子
guy.
は正真正銘の
My declaration of the
男だとな。
truth. Oh no. Maybe that was a bad idea. Freezes the air instantly. Huh? There's something off about their reaction.
最悪
You're
ね
the worst. Where do you get off calling her a
女
guy?
の子に向かって男呼ばわりなんて
そうだよ
Yeah, Kareem, that's a terrible thing to say.
It worked. It actually worked. Even Mayuri condemns me. Lukaku, meanwhile, turns pale and hangs his head so I can't see his face. Is he crying? Normally he'd get depressed and say something about how embarrassed he'd be to wear a swimsuit, but he wouldn't start crying. Chan thing was a great cat. Yeah, I don't know why I realized it. It's just like, wait a minute. They mentioned it worked. What do you mean?
クリスティーナ
Christina, I understand your desire to deny truth, but it's difficult to imagine that guy could ever be so cute, but
たくなるのはわかる
岡部
Okabe. Carissa advances on me with a stern glare.
私に
If
へ
you
んて
mean,
こなあだ名をつ
if you
け
want
る
to
ぐ
give
らい
me
なら
stupid
冗
nicknames,
談で
that's
済む
fine.
か
I
らい
mean,
い
it's
けど
not, but
今のあんたの言い
what
草
you
は
said just
冗
now is
談
below
に
the
なって
belt.
ない他人を
I
傷
didn't
つけ
take
る
you
よ
for
う
the
な
kind of
や
guy
つ
who
じゃ
thinks
ない
it's
と
funny
思
to
っ
hurt
てたけ
people's
ど
feelings, but I guess I was
違った
wrong.
みたいね
You're a real jerk, Okabe.
今の
え
Huh? What did I do to deserve this tongue lashing?
謝りなさい
Apologize.
今すぐ
Apologize to
漆原さんに謝りなさい
Ushibara-san right now.
いやいや
Wait a second. I don't have to apologize for anything. I just said the
俺は
truth.
いいんです
It's okay. Lukaku gets up from the sofa. His head is still hanging and his voice is barely audible.
僕
So that's how Kabe-san sees me.
カベさんに
いやいやいや
No, no, no.
そういう
That's not how I
風
see
で
you,
はなく
Lukaku. You're a guy, remember?
Lukaku,
Or are you
お前ら
denying
男
reality
だろ
too?
それ
現実逃避し
You're
て
the
るの
one
は
denying
あんただろ
reality.
うが
そうだよ
That's right. Luka-chan's a girl,
ルカちゃん
Kareem.
は
You're
女
terrible.
の子なのに
というかマユリよ
Mayuri,
なぜお
when
前
did
は
you start calling
急に
Lukaku
呼び方を
Luka-chan instead of
ルカ君
Luka-kun?
からルカちゃんに変えた
岡部
Cut it out already,
いつまで
Okabe.
続
She's
け
a
る気
girl.
彼女は女の子よ
Mayuri nods in agreement. What's going on here? Is this some kind of prank?
僕
I'm going home.
帰ります
Lukaku tries to slip by me out of the lab. I grab his hand and stop him from leaving.
待てルカ
Hold it,
子
Lukaku. You can't fool me. You're as much a man as I am. And I know
お
how
前は
to...
正真正銘の男
No,
だ
no,
な
no,
ぜなら
no,
ここに
no. Stop it. No. I just... No. No! Stop! Stop!
おおお
What? Why? Stop! Stop! No! Stop it!
ルカ子
Lukaku,
お前
you... The email that I thought failed was actually a success! You're a girl!
女なのか
最初
That's
か
what
ら
we've been
そう言っ
saying!
とるだろ
A half second later, Kurisu cracks me over the head with her heavy textbook. When my vision clears, Lukaku's crying. Airi is rubbing her back comfortingly. Kurisu, meanwhile, is glaring down at me like I'm something she scraped off the bottom of her shoe. Garu, who arrived a moment ago, is in the corner trying not to laugh. Honestly, I can't blame him. Righteous high school girl makes preferred college guy beg for forgiveness. If I had to put a title to the scene, that's what it would be. Top of my head is throbbing. Most likely because Kurisu wipes out 100 million of my precious neurons, envied by scientists the world over. I put a moist towel to my head.
一度あんたの
I
頭
want
を
to
切り
vivisect
開
your
いて
skull and
脳
remove
だ
your
け取
brain
り出
for
して
good washing.
よく洗浄してやりできればそのま
Then
ま
I'll submerge
体
it
に
in
戻
culture
さず
fluid so you can never
培
do
養
anything
液
like
の
that
中に
again.
ぶち込んでとにかく
Anyway, just be thinking if I
警
ever
察に
report you to
突き出
police.
されないだけ
Yes, ma'am.
すいません
I'm sorry. Man, that was dumb. I didn't think it would be gone. Lukaku has become a girl. Her face hasn't changed, and she's as flat as a board, but she's definitely a girl. There's no denying... Stop it. I guess that ridiculous superstition was true. If you eat vegetables, you'll have a girl? Does this count as a scientific breakthrough? Anyway, I better apologize to Lukaku. I hope she doesn't get PTSD because some pervert me groped her. I mean, she's a 17-year-old girl now, and now she was too shy to begin with. I need to be as gentle as humanly possible from now on. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised she never spoke to me again. I have no one to blame but myself. I'll just have to accept the consequences.
大体
Anyway, when the
な
hell
んだっ
made you
て
think that
漆原さん
Urushi
が男の子だ
Ibara-san
な
was a
んていう
boy?
妙な妄想
As I already explained, we changed the past. Lukaku was a guy, but he wanted to be a girl, so we sent a D-mail to make his wish come true, and it worked. I knew the world I had changed. My magic eye reading Steins saw the shift in time. I chose to believe my mundane senses instead. I should have had more faith in my powers. I won't make that mistake again. Risu calmly readies her book above her head.
また食らいた
Want
い
some more?
あいや本当なん
I'm
だ
telling the truth. You have to believe me.
この現象を
I can't explain the phenomenon logically. When we sent the D-mail, we changed the past, and all of history has changed the result. My brain perceived that changed.
つまり過去が変わる
I leap to my feet, overcome with excitement.
世界中でこの
How
俺
with
だけが
of all mankind, I alone can perceive changes in causality.
例え
I'm
ば
this world's observer.
俺はこの世界の
I look around, expecting to
観
see awe
測
on their
者というこ
faces.
とだ
いいから座
Sit
れ
down before I hit you again. I do as I'm told.
わからないのか
Don't you
観
understand?
測者
I'm the
すな
observer,
わち
the one who
量子
opens
力
the
学的
box
に言うと
holding
ころの
Schrodinger's cat.
シュレディン
A thought experiment proposed by physicist Aaron Schrodinger. Schrodinger intended it as a paradox that would refute quantum theory, but has since been proven to not be a paradox. It is often referenced in fiction as an example of the complexities of quantum mechanics. A cat is placed inside a box. The box also contains a vial of poisonous gas and a sample of some radioactive substance. If the radioactive substance emits an alpha particle, it sets off a sensor, releasing the poisonous gas and killing the cat. Assume the radioactive substance has a 50% chance of emitting 1 alpha particle per hour. After 1 hour, you open the box. The cat has a 50-50 chance of being alive or dead. The question is, was the cat alive or dead when you found it? According to Einstein, your observation of the cat's condition is irrelevant. The cat was either alive or dead before you opened the box. Short for post-traumatic stress disorder, or from DSM-MIV, the 4th edition of the Diagnostics and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, published by the American Psychiatric Association in 1994. A mental disorder including various stress symptoms caused by the shock of an incident, accident, disaster, or crime. Symptoms include emotional instability, insomnia, confusion, and flashback memories. Diagnose if symptoms continue for over a month.
の猫の実験における箱は
Schrödinger?
Schrodinger's cat again?
で日本人の
The Japanese can't get enough of that cat.
あんたも日
You're
本
Japanese
人だろ
too.
もううんざりって
I've
感
had
じ
enough Schrodinger things. I do admit that kid is
猫が
pretty
可愛い
cute
のは
though.
認めるが
There's too much changing. Wordkin, Neko, corrupt for cuteness, whatever.
な
Tara's absolutely right. Whenever an anime wants to use quantum mechanics, the characters always talk about Schrodinger's cat.
とにかく俺は
Anyway, my magic eye has the power to
そういう特殊な力を
perceive
宿
changes
す
in
魔
the
眼
world
を持
line.
っている
This power is called reading Steiners, as I've
グリーニン
explained.
グシュタイナーと呼ぶことに
その
And I told you that name was
リーディング
stupid,
したいなって
remember?
名前いかにも和
It's
製英語
English.
って
It's
感
like
じ
something from a kid's manga.
漫画の必殺は文法とし
Not
て
to
は破
mention,
綻
it's a
してるし
grammatical mess. So there, and there's also the fact that it's half German, so no
前半は英語で
consistency there
後半
either.
はド
It's
イツ語と
stupid.
かちなみにこれは
The same goes for that Steins Gate thing you're always talking about. Looks like you still got that Mongolian spot on your bike,
ま
Christina.
だまだでネーミングは
Names
五
of
感が
all
全
are
て
all about feeling.
かの天
My
才
creativity, comparable to the great Da Vinci himself, cannot be held by the shackles of grammar.
文法などというつまらない決まり事に縛られたりはしないのだ
She hits me again.
ふぅ
I'm seeing stars.
少しは
Show a
反
little
省
remorse,
しろ
huh? I'm sorry. Lukako is still crying. As punishment, I spend the next 30 minutes on my knees under Karisu's watchful eye. If I slouch for a second, I get the corner of her book. I accept being told die pervert if it were coming from... I'd accept being told die pervert if it were coming from Lukako, but why the hell is Karisu butting in? I didn't do anything to her. Does she think she's one of those class president characters? Anyway, I flee the lab as soon as my punishment is over. The silent pressure from the girls is just too much to bear. I step into the sun and stretch. My legs are numb from the kneeling, so I can barely stand straight. At that moment, the Brawn Tube workshop door opens, and out comes part-time warrior. Our eyes meet.
おっす
Sup. Sup. She's less energetic than usual.
なんでそんなふにゃふ
Why are
に
you
して
so
んの
wobbly?
It's a new exercise.
うーん
Huh? Never heard of
知ら
it.
なかったな
Suha answers listlessly as she sits down on the bench. When she aimlessly gazes skyward, I follow suit. Huge clouds are slowly swallowing the blue. A helicopter flies overhead. I can hear its propellers slicing the air.
絶好のサイクリング日
Perfect weather for cycling.
Really?
そうか
But it's so damn hot. How can you exercise on a day like this? I'm starting to get... Oh, it is genuinely terrifying the way things have been changing without realizing it. I don't want to use that damn machine anymore. I'd rather drink hot coffee in a well-air-conditioned room while browsing the net. Now, that's a luxurious way to spend summer break. If only the lab had air conditioning.
あのさ
Hey, up for a
ちょ
little
っとサイ
cycling?
クリングしない
Seriously? She has to be joking.
チャーリーは一台
Your
しかない
bike only has
だろ
one seat.
二人乗りすれ
One
ば
of
い
us
い
can
じ
sit
ゃ
on
ん
the back.
バイトを
Don't
放り
you
出
have
して
work
いい
to
の
do?
か
Suha pops into the store. She's back in less than a minute.
許可取ってきた
I got permission. It's not like we'll have any customers anyway.
I try to think of an excuse to refuse, but nothing comes. I
俺は
am a mad scientist,
マッドサイエンティストで
not a mad
サイ
cyclist.
クリストではないのだぞ
So why
なぜ
am I
俺がお前を
doing
後
the
ろに
pedaling?
こがなければならないのだ
その昔
Long ago, Aristotle said time is just a measure of motion.
時間はだから運動し
So
た
put
方
those
がいい
pedals in
よ
motion.
That doesn't make sense. I'm exhausted. We barely made station. I'd die if I went in her block. Luka-chan emanates an aura that makes you want to tease her, and you just react to that. I understand. When Mayushi is with Luka-chan, I feel a little sadistic too, but still, you shouldn't tease her in real life. When Mayushi's with Luka-chan, I feel a little sadistic too. Subject, masochism. I'm not going to talk on that. That is a subject that I know. This was a terrible idea. I should have known better. I get off the bicycle and sit against the station wall. Suha sets the bike against the wall and crouches next to me. Sitting on the ground is undignified for a man of my stature, but no matter. I just need a few moments to catch my breath. I watch the crowds of people move past. Nearly all of them are men. Here and there, I see people carrying large boxes, most likely PC parts or appliances. There isn't an anime poster in sight. When Akiba changed, so did the people who visited it. This atmosphere, it's kind of retro. It's the Akiba I've only seen in pictures. Akiba at the end of the 20th century. Electric Town in its purest form. It has risen from the ashes of the past. And the only one who knows it is me. You know, Suha murmurs, it's only been 10 days since I arrived in Tokyo. Huh, I didn't know that. Vacation? No, that can't be right. I'm hunting for my father. That's a strange way to put it. Did he run away? I meant as a joke, but Suha looks so serious. I hope I didn't screw up again. I haven't seen him in years. I know he's in this town. Oh. But then why are you working downstairs? Suha works at the Brawn Tube Workshop from 11 AM to 7 PM every day. I doubt that leaves much time for search. Honestly, I don't have a clue where to begin. Have you talked to the police? No. Then shouldn't you? You could hire a private investigator or something. Or if you have money. I don't have the resources. And besides, there are issues. Issues? I only have one chance. And that chance is tomorrow. I know that tomorrow he might appear in a certain place. A certain place? That's a rather ominous ring to it. Could her father be some kind of fugitive? I stay silent, unable to think of a response. If I miss that chance, then I'll have to leave. By leave, you mean go back home? Not exactly. I have a parallel priority engagement. What? I've already made up my mind. If I don't find tomorrow, I'll give up. You're worried, aren't you? I understand that feeling. You're alone, searching for your father in an unfamiliar town. Can't be easy. You hope that talking to someone would help. That's why you sought out the most reliable person around. Me? Alas, part-time warrior, you have made a grave mistake, for I am the insane mad scientist Ewing Kyoma. Ewing? Okabe, do not even consider asking if she wants to use the time machine. I refuse to take part in this time machine nonsense anymore. I don't want to. You No! No! What did I just say? What did I just say? You shall be my next guinea pig.
Guinea pig?
You know what I'm talking about. D-mail, the greatest discovery in the history of science. I explained D-mail to Suzuha before. You shall be the subject of our next experiment. I don't want to do this anymore.
What are you gonna do?
Suha takes a step back. She finally realizes she's in the danger she's in. Do simple. I need more data and I'll do anything to obtain it. You're going to change the past. You can change it however you like, but only I will know the difference. If you think that's cruel, then do as you please. But know that you are already caught in my web. You cannot escape. Fear not. I know exactly what you should write in your D-mail. Listen well. You're going to send this to your father before he disappeared. Don't abandon your daughter.
君ってさ、
You're a nice guy, you know that?
いいやつだ。
What?
なんか
I think talking to you really did help.
Are you trying to insult me? I'm not a nice guy. I'm a mad scientist who experiments on women and children. Now tell me your father's email address. If you don't, then I shall unleash the power of my right arm. Once it's unsealed, not even I can control it. You may not survive. Consider yourself warned.
ごめん。
Sorry, I can't.
You dare defy me?
父さんの
I don't know his email address or his phone number.
Oh. Oh, that's a letdown.
まあ、
That's why tomorrow's my only chance. Thanks for caring, though.
I don't care. I'm just disappointed I couldn't experiment on you.
でもすごいね。
Anyway, you can send mail to the past? That's amazing. The first time machine ever.
Yeah, it's already had some wild results that I do not like. Of course it's amazing. I'm Huey Kyoma.
アップグレードの予定は
Any plans to upgrade it?
Upgrade it?
そのタイム
You
マ
know,
シン
like sending people to the past or something.
例えば、人その
We're working on it. No good ideas yet, though.
だったらさ、
Now let me give you one word of
作る前
advice.
に一つ中、マキセクリスは
You should leave Makise
仲間
Kurisu
から
out of
外し
it.
た方がいい。
What's that supposed to mean? What do you have against her anyway? Suzuha?
さてと、
Well, better get back to
そ
the
ろそろ
workshop.
工房に戻らん。30分休
I only
憩
got
を
a
もら
3-minute
っただ
break.
けだ
I'll
か
get in
ら
trouble if I don't get back
そろ
soon.
そろ帰んないと怒られちゃうよ。
I stop Suzuha as she gets on the bike. Come to the lab tomorrow, whether you meet your father or not.
なんで
Why? So I can use your grief to power my time machine.
さすが
You really are a mad
サイエンティ
scientist.
スト
So
あ非
evil.
道だね。もし父さんと会
If
え
I
た
meet my father, I'll stop by. Then we can do a
そ
gun
の時は
salute.
みんなで祝福をあげてよね。
She laughs happily. Then she starts pedaling, leaving me behind.
Hey, wait! Let me on! Hey!
Suzuha doesn't wait, leaving me with no choice but to run back to the lab. I had a feeling that was happening. Gosh dang it! I shall now brief you on Operation Eldrama. Going to infiltrate now. What should I do? I'm so nervous. I can't see my own heart. Like, I can't see my own heart. Like peeking through frost glass. Wish me luck. Over now. Everyone in the lab probably still hates me. Also, in Norse mythology, the cauldron used to cook for the gods. The only lab members here today are Mayuri, Kurisu, and Lukako. I couldn't get a hold of Ferris and Moeka. They must be busy. Darumi Ma gave me some crap about having things to do. I was prepared for Lukako to refuse my invitation, but since she's here, I guess she's forgiven me. For now, at least. Why don't you guys get ready for a party? Or explain to the lab members what Suzuha told me yesterday.
あんたは何するの
And what are you going to do?
Well, they seem decently fine. I guess they've all... That's some pretty damn fast forgiveness for the kind of shit that was pulled yesterday. Me? I'm going to follow that part-time warrior and report back as the situation changes.
やめなさいよ
Don't you
悪趣
dare.
味だな
Let her be alone with her father.
親子水入ら
You shouldn't be so quick to reject my plans, Christina. You don't understand the intricacies of the human psyche. Now that you've rejected my plan, there's no way I'm not going through with it. You have underestimated my pride. Get over yourself. Besides, Christina, you and she are enemies, are you not? You protect her from me while plotting her demise? That makes you a hypocrite. You just don't have standards, that's all.
He's right. I don't think you should bother her, Ocarine.
Even during the strategy meeting, Mayuri keeps working on her costume. Mikako hasn't agreed to wear it yet, but Mayuri's enthusiasm remains strong.
No matter what happens, when we give her a warm welcome, I'll do anything to help make this party super special. Actually, I haven't met this Suzuha-san.
Actually, now that I think about, maybe I'm crazy, but I feel like even Lukaku or Luca's voice, I don't even know, her voice is also, I think, lighter now. I might be going crazy though in that regard.
Suzu-san's really nice. I'm sure that you'll get along with her too.
Nice. Anyway, I'm going to tell her now. You guys...
No, get it through your thick skull.
Knight's assistant, how dare you give me orders? In the end, I can't get permission to tell Zua.
Don't even think about running off somewhere.
Kurisu is forcing me to help with her shopping. There's no way out. Damn it. Kurisu really is turning into a class president character. At this rate, she might take over the lab. Wait, could this be what Zua was warning me about? Nah. Anyway, Kurisu scratches her cheek in what could be taken for a bashful gesture. I hope Amane-san finds her father. Yeah. That would be... nice. Come to think of it, she has father issues too, doesn't she? Maybe she sympathizes with Suzuha. Hey, Okabe. Suddenly, Kurisu starts fidgeting for some reason. I'm sorry about before. Before? When I hit you with my book, I thought you were just being a pervert. Well, at least they believe me that I was trying, that I was... I guess it's better that they think that I'm telling the truth. But when I thought about it later, I realized that you were being completely serious. But I acted on impulse, without even considering what you had to say. Forget it. Regardless of my intentions, the fact of the matter is that I made Lukaku cry. Just to make sure, you're not a perverted scumbag, are you? Make sure my ass! Are you trying to apologize or what? I just don't want you to use science as an excuse to be a pervert. Not while I'm helping, at least. What do you take me for? My friends are precious to me. I may be an insane mad scientist with an IQ of 170, but even I have my limits. The foam wave name subject change wouldn't have come this far without you and Doro at my side. Okabe. I am Lab number 1, founder of the lab. If my friends are in danger, I'll rush to their aid, and I would tear my own limbs off before I knowingly brought any harm to you all. What's so funny? Pass through the cheesiest thing you ever said. Still, it's nice to hear. The research institute I work at in America is full of talented people from all over the world. It's not a friendly place. Everyone thinks he or she is the best. You think you have an ego? Over there, scientists hurl insults at each other on a daily basis. Sometimes they even sabotage each other's work. When my thesis was chosen to represent the lab, many of the older men complained. And when I came back here as a kind of reserve exchange student, my classmates were all too afraid to talk to me. Compared to that, your lab is childish, but comfortable. Seems like everyone has their own problems. You're really concerned about Mane-san, aren't you? That part of you, I can respect. But I'm not praising you, okay? That certainly sounded like praise, I'm gonna be real with you. She suddenly blushes for some reason. Whatever. I just, you know, thought you should know. Maybe I... Huh?
たちが
Maybe all I ever wanted was friends.
欲しいだけなのかもな。
Kabe?
何しろ
There aren't many people I can trust. After all, I'm an insane mad scientist once the world over. My enemies are everywhere waiting to strike. Curse this incredible genius brain of mine.
私は
I think of you as a friend too. What?
前に
You said I was your friend, remember?
あんた
You said I was important to
言っ
you.
てくれたでしょ。あれ
That made me really
結構
happy, I guess.
その
熱でもあるの
You have a fever?
ねえよ。何よ。
What the hell? Here I am trying to find something decent about you.
直してやってるのに。
I don't care anymore, stupid.
いいわよ。バカ。本当。
You're really stupid. Risa squares her shoulders and quickly walks ahead. I give chase. What just happened? Is this girl planning something? Maybe she really is planning to take over the lab. No, wait. Maybe she's trying to sabotage the party because she doesn't like Suzuha. No mere assistant is going to pull one over on the great Huing Hyoma. Anyway, time to get my head in the game. You must prepare for the Last Supper, Operation Eldrimir. The Last Supper refers to our party for Suzuha. In the event she reunites with her father, we'll just celebrate normally. In other words, it will be her last supper in Tokyo. However, if she doesn't reunite with our father, we'll kidnap her and force her to participate in our experiments. Sacrifices must be made if we're going to perfect D-mail technology. In that case, it will be the Last Supper on this world line. The lab's budget, most of which comes out of my pocket, is tight. But it's okay to party every once in a while. There's no such thing as low risk, high return. High risk, high return. That is how a mad scientist operates. Easy. I can already taste Suzuha's despair. Huh? Over there. Isn't that... Daru. I followed Karisu's finger to see Daru emerge from Yodobashi camera.
見つけたぞダ
Found you, Daru! Uh-oh. I grab his collar and stop him from escaping. What do you think you're doing?
お前
Why don't you respond to my
俺の招集に応
summons?
じないとは
Like I said, I got something to do.
用事とは
Which is... an offline meet.
話にならんな
Inexcusable.
いやちょっと
Wait,
聞い
just
て
listen
く
a
れ
sec.
よ
オフ会と
Your offline meet or a party with the food handmade by our very own lab girls. Choose
お
one.
前はどちらを選ぶ
手作り
And made girls? One question. Will Ferris-san be there?
そこにフェイリスターはいますか
Rick Karizu can answer that. I whispered Dark.
Naturally, Ferris is a lab mem too.
So
Damn it.
どうして
Why
バ
did
ッ
it
テ
be
ィン
on
グ
the
する
same
んだ
day?
よ
Can't it wait until
せめて
tomorrow?
あ
どうする
What will it be? The time to choose is now.
お前
フェイリスター
Only thirst on some cooking.
オフ会を
If you give up the offline meat, then that
そ
settles
こで
it.
試合終了
諦める
Give
僕
up.
はオフ会
I
を
give up
諦
on
め
the
るぞ
offline meat.
Daru surrenders all too quickly. When we return to the lab, Mayuri and Lukaku are already starting preparations.
あれれ
Narkun's here too?
ダルくんがいるよ。
フェイリスタ
How
ーは
about Ferris-san?
フ
Where
ェイリ
is
ス
he?
ターは
I
一緒に
lied.
橋田、
You've been
あん
trapped.
た騙されてるわよ。
フェリスちゃん
Ferris-chan said she couldn't
来
come.
られないって言ってた
Daru is about to beat.
ちょマジで
Daru is about to beat the
こ
shit
れは
out
ど
of
ういう
me.
ことだよドッキリってレベル
Wait,
じゃねえぞ
seriously? Oh, Cream, what's going on here? This isn't funny, man.
次の機会があっ
Don't
たら
worry, I'll make sure she comes
話
to
を
the
つけ
next
てお
one.
いてやる
ふざけんなよ
Gotta be kidding me.
せっかく
I
の
was
タイ
looking
ムマ
forward
シ
to
ン
the
オフ
time
会
machine
だった
meet.
のに
Time machine meet.
タイムマシンオフ
Time
会
machine meet. What's
何
that?
それ
僕がよく
It's an offline meet for the sci-fi BBS I post on.
そこのプロの作家なんか
Some
も
famous
来る予
writers
定
are
だった
going to
の
be
に
there. I won't forgive you,
僕
Green.
はおかり
Never.
を許さない
Why didn't you say so? I would have gone too.
そんなオフ
Suddenly, I
会があ
smell
るなら
something strange.
俺も行って
Does anyone else smell that?
一周
Smell what?
タコ足配線
Did
の
we
しすぎ
blow a
で
fuse or somewhere?
どこかの電源がショートしていないか。
すみません。
Sorry.
Lukaku, did you burn something?
多分
Uh,
まゆり
probably
ちゃ
the
ん
smell
が
of
作ってる
Mayuri's
お料
cooking.
理の匂い。
Now that I think about it, Mayuri's never cooked before, has she? In the game yet. What's going on in the kitchen? What? This is the smell of food?
私も手伝う
I'll
わ
help too.
じゃあ卵を
Okay,
温めて
then
もらっ
warm
て。
these eggs, please.
Should I use the
They
phone?
were
Wait,
in
no, no! Stop! Don't use the time machine! I don't want gel eggs! Why are there knives everywhere?
生卵をレンジに
Why
入
do
れ
I
た
see two knives?
ら爆発しちゃいます。
Wait, is Mayuri holding two knives? Why are you dual wielding?
You put raw eggs in the microwave, they'll explode.
ドアを剥ぎ取ったんだから大丈夫なんじゃない
We took the door off. It should be fine, right? He is great in the anime. Mayuri pop. Put the knives down. Put the knives down.
まゆりちゃん。
Don't hold your knife like
そんな
that.
ことしたら危ないよ。
What the hell is going on here? Daru and I exchange glances. Daru, what do you make of the scene?
俺たちも手伝う。
Maybe we should help too. Or at least kick them out of the kitchen.
キッチンから。
結果は同
Won't
じじゃ
it
ね
end up the same either way? Do you want to be poisoned by someone else's hands, or do you want to be poisoned by our own hands? I guess that's the answer at the end of the day.
めまいがしてきた。
I'm getting dizzy. This isn't the future I was hoping for.
ハゲド
You're telling me
お
I'll
かみ
never forget this so
この
green.
恨み
Never.
松代まで
You will
忘
be
れん
forgetting this when we time travel next time, I imagine. I'm sorry, truly, but please, Daru, stay with me to the end.
保険としてピザ頼んどくわ
Oh, links don't work. Yeah, sorry. I'll order pizza as insurance. It's kind of just to make sure with bots and stuff. Apologies. It only gets worse. The smoke grows thicker by the second, filling my lungs with ash and tar. We need to stop them. In less than an hour, the girls have transformed the lab into a Class 5 disaster zone. Help! I take out my phone and put it to my ear.
俺だ。
It's me. Looks like the evil one is free. If you haven't heard from me in an hour, tell my parents I love
解
them.
いてしまったらしい。
オカリンそれ
Oh, green. That's a death flag. I know. A metafiction term. When a character triggers a death flag, they have said or done something that foreshadows their death. A common way to trigger a death flag, I guess, to make a promise on the eve of a climactic battle. For example, when this war's over, I'm going to get married.
これが
This is the choice of Steins Gate.
シュタインズゲートの選択なのか。
Side Kongru.
ヘルプさえ関係ない。
After the storm has passed.
うわー
Are we all poisoned?
遅いな。
She's late. The sun has already set. The food lined up on the table, none of it looking particularly appetizing, has already grown cold. I open my phone and check the time. It's getting late. High school girls will need to head back soon. Was Zua able to meet her father? I have a bad feeling about this. If so, they may have a lot to talk about. Hey. We need to help her. We need to go. There's only one word in Suzua's email. Does that mean she didn't meet her father? Now she plans to leave town alone. I don't know if that's what that means.
そんなこと。
Huin Koma will never accept that. She will be my guinea pig whether she likes it or not.
あいつは実験台なのだから。
I fly out of the lab. I don't know where Suzuha is. All I can do for now is go to the station. If she's going to leave town, she should be using public transportation. If she's using the heat... The Hibiya line on the other side of the station, and I've struck out. If she's going to take the bullet train from Tokyo or Ueno, then she'll have to pass through here. I carefully scanned the thinning crowd around Akiba Station. Where is she? After about 30 minutes of watching the crowd, I spot something. My gaze focuses on a person walking in from the main street. There! It's Suzuha, shuffling along with her head bowed. If she gets closer, I can see that she's wiping her eyes. Is she crying? I don't see anyone walking with her. I guess she couldn't find her father after all. You there, part-time warrior! Suzuha looks up in surprise. I see the tracks of tears on her face. Just as her eyes are about to meet, Suzuha looks away. And then she turns and runs out of the station. Wait! I give chase, ignoring the stares of passerbys. She's gone. Damn it! Did she... Hold on a second. Why am I chasing her? I have some kind of urge to chase things that run away? That's stupid, I'm not a dog! Should I not just leave her be? It's not like we're that close, right?
You're a nice guy, you know that. I think tying you really did help.
But Suzuha's all alone in this town. What if I was the only one she could talk to about her father? I know she's hurting. She needs my help. Shouldn't I do everything in my power? Can I... There! Just now, I think I saw someone who looked like Suzuha. The run from the station has left me exhausted. I dropped to my knees, gasping for breath. My sides ache. Can't take another step. Even after searching the entire area around the station, I couldn't find Suzuha. I guess this too is the choice of Steins Gate. As I rest, I look up at the night sky. The satellite remains buried in Radikon's wall. I wipe the sweat off my brow and head back to the lab.
Okarin, did you find Suzu-san?
Everyone's still there when I return. It's late. Go home, everyone.
But...
Tell us what happened.
そうだ
Yeah, keep us in the loop, man. Suzuha ran away from me. I guess she couldn't find her father.
Oh...
A gloomy silence falls. I can see the sadness on everyone's face. I begin to laugh.
Okabe-san, what's wrong? Are you okay?
His brain's probably oxygen starved from too much running.
オカリン
Okarin, chill. Look at you all. Why the long faces, friends? Have you forgotten? We have just things for moments like these. I thrust my finger at the curtain to the development room. You're going to send a D-mail?
でもさ
But the discharge phenomenon won't occur this late, will it?
現象は
We'll send it tomorrow. Emails leap through time, but it matters not when we send it, but when it's received.
Who are you saying it to?
To myself this afternoon. The message? I smile triumphantly. Don't listen to Christina. Pursue Suzuha. If I do that, there's no way I can fail. And then we can have Suzuha as a test subject. I suddenly hear the sound of rain. I look outside the window and see that rain has started to fall. As Dara predicted, the discharge phenomenon does not occur. Looks like we'll have to wait until tomorrow. Rain grows stronger over time, eventually becoming a thunderstorm. The next day, there isn't a cloud in the sky. It's hard to believe that it rained all night. I keep checking the Bronze workshop through the window, but the morning passes without any sign of Suzuha. Check the news, Ocarine. The satellite up and disappeared. Excuse you? They say the satellite disappeared. I wonder... What do you mean? What? That doesn't make sense. What do you mean the satellite's disappeared? How do you disappear something like that? What? She's probably long gone from Akiba by now. She doesn't know who she's dealing with. She's but a pawn in my game, destined to fight for me at Ragnarok. The stroke of noon, I activate the phone wave, name subject to change. The destination is my phone, yesterday around 4 p.m. The discharge phenomenon occurs as normal. Floor shakes violently. Squinting against the glare, I send the mail. My brain shakes violently. My vision flickers. As the vertigo passes, I can hear my heartbeat and feel the warm blood coursing through my body. I blink slowly. That was the sensation of reading Steiner activating. It doesn't say goodbye. Her goodbye message is gone. And so I know Suzuha is ours. I hurry down the stairs. I step outside and look to the front of the building. What belongs there has returned. A mountain bike polished to a shining finish. And on the bench next to it, looking up into the summer sky, is Amane Suzuha.
Ohayo.
Good morning,
Baito senshi.
part-time warrior. I try to remain calm as I call out to her. What's up? I was honestly half expecting her to just be furious somehow. Like saying that we gotten away or something. But I just knocked everything on my... I just mashed my table in, apparently. I was fully expecting her to say something like, oh, you messed up everything, I hate you now. But apparently it's fine. She greets me in her usual listless fashion. Slacking off.
It's not like anyone's gonna come. And besides, I was up all night partying.
Did you actually meet your father then?
I'm really tired.
You're partying with who?
Were you drinking, Okabe Rintaro? Big no-no. You're only 18.
We've shifted from a world line where we failed to stop Suzuha from leaving to one where we succeeded. As a result, the events of yesterday changed. You couldn't find your father, so we held the Last Supper to make you a test subject, correct?
Yeah, I remember you saying something like that. Thanks for your help yesterday.
My memory's a bit fuzzy. Remind me again how we captured you?
Wait, were you really drinking last night?
Just tell me.
Well, I was on my way home from the time machine meet when...
Whoa, wait a second. Time machine meet?
Yep.
That's the same off like meet that Daru was going to. Was that where your father was supposed to appear?
I said so yesterday, didn't I?
So you were going home and then?
You, Hashida, Itaru, and Shina Mayuri appeared out of nowhere. You brought me to the lab where we partied all night long.
So my pursuit of Suzuha was a resounding success. I can't help but smile at how smoothly things went. It seems like this is probably the best it's gone so far, because it actually... The best the time travel has occurred so far, because it doesn't seem like anything too big has occurred as a result, just it did exactly as we wanted. Suzuha's here now. Doesn't seem like anything else has changed as a result. Suzuha, meanwhile, looks back up at the clear blue sky.
Yesterday was sure as fun.
Her tone is sincere.
It would have been more fun if not for Makise Kuriso. The apple pie she made was deadly. Urushibara's Luca's curry was awesome. Your lab seems kind of like a clubhouse. It's nice. Everyone gets along and you're always smiling. I've never had so much fun in my life.
Sounds like Suzuha had a pretty dark childhood. Maybe she was bullied in school. Could that be related to her father's disappearance?
バイト選手よ
Part-time warrior. As promised, you are now my test subject.
でもさ
But I already told you I don't know his email address.
私
ならば実
Then
験
we'll
は
have to postpone the
い
experiment
ず
until
れ
you
分かっ
find
た
out.
時まで延期だちなみに
By the way, the phone wave
実
name
験
such
に用い
exchange
る電話レン
used
ジ
in the
確保
experiment is our lab's great secret. You must become a lab mem to guarantee your silence.
ラボメン
Lab mem?
ラボラトリーメンバー
Short for
の役
laboratory member. When you become a lab mem, you become one of us.
ラボメン
いいの
Can I really join?
いやでもな
You don't have a choice in the matter. From this day forth, you are lab
ラ
mem
ボメンナンバ
number
ー
8.
008だ
Suha lowers her head, no doubt awed by my proclamation. I hear what sounds like a sniffle. Then she looks up, revealing a smile.
しょうがないか
I
ら
guess I don't have a choice, huh?
実験台に
I'm all
なって
yours.
あげるよ
まだ
You're not going to leave.
帰ったりし
Nope. Maybe there's still a chance to find my dad.
お前は今日から
You're a lab mem now.
Lab mem
If there's anything we can do, you need only ask.
何かちなみに
By the way, do you have any
父親
leads?
についての手がかりのようなものはないの
Suzuha hesitates a little. Then she stands up and turns to me. Her expression is grave.
私の父さ
My
ん
father calls himself
タイターって名乗っている
What? 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 What do you mean tighter?
タイターっ
Wait,
て
tighter?
あの
As in
タイター
that tighter?
知ってんの
You know
も
about
し
him?
かしたら今
He
は
might be using a
違う
different
コー
code
ド
name
ネ
though.
ームを使ってるかもしれないんだけど
I don't know. I don't just know about him. He's been active on Ad Channel for the past several weeks. Open the Ad Channel thread on my phone and show it to Suzuha.
見ろ
Look, there's
John
someone
Titor
posting named John Titor.
書き込みをしているだろ
Suzuha stares at the screen.
これで謎は
This
解
solves
け
the
た
puzzle. Your father's on Ad
お
Channel.
前の父親は
Wait,
アットチャンネルにいる
that means we actually have his. Wait, that means we have his email address. I know I said we shouldn't, but at the same time, now I'm not. We could do it. We could actually do it. We have John Titor's email address. Should we, though?
あ
Huh.
あと
You're right.
本当だ
って
Hey,
おい
shouldn't you be more
なんだその
surprised?
淡白なリアクションはい
や
Well, it's not him.
この人じゃん
なぜわかる
How do you know? You said yourself that your father calls
父親
himself
はタイタ
Titor.
ーと名乗っていると
私にはわか
I
る
can tell. This Titor isn't my dad.
このタイターは父さん
That's a
じゃない
strange way to put it. It's almost like she knows who's behind John Titor. Suzuha? Are you John Titor? As if to answer my suspicion, Suzuha continues.
ジョンじゃない
His name's not John. The name my father used was
使っていた名前はバレルタイターっていうんだ
Barrel Titor.
Barrel? Barrel Titor? Chapter 5 Dogma in Event Horizon. So we're looking for a man named Barrel Titor. I open my eyes to a deep scarlet sky. I'm on my back, lying face up. The sky is vast and the color is ominous. I've never seen it like this before. Where am I? I sit up. What in the fuck? There's nothing here. A wasteland stretches to the horizon. Nothing but rocks and dust as far as the eye can see. No plants, no water, no sun, no moon, no warmth, no cold, Not a single breath of wind. It looks like hell. A frozen world. It can't be Earth. Mars, I could believe. Why am I here? This must be a dream. I give up thinking about it and lie down again and on the sand. I guess I'll wake up soon. I should just wait until then. I wait, but the dream shows no sign of ending. Have I ever had a dream this lucid before? There's a terrible ringing in my ears that keeps me awake. I realize that's the sound of silence. My belongings are gone. I have no watch, no phone. The lack of motion numbs my sense of time. How long have I been lying here? It might have only been a second. It might have been 3 days. An epiphany. The concept of time is a human construct. The universe at large has no use for it. Time is a cage that we created to feel secure. Within its walls, we can forget about our own insignificance. I'm thirsty. It hurts to breathe. The void is no place for a human. We're not strong enough to live in a world without time. Tears fill my eyes. What do they mean? I no longer know. I want to die. Yes, let's die. But what is death? To be frozen in time? Time stopped for me long ago. How can I die in a world that is already dead? Everything inside me is crumbling away. Who am I? I can barely recall. My soul is melting into the void. Is someone there? Anyone? Something moves in the corner of my eye. Impossible. I try to move my eyes, but I've forgotten how.
Found you, Karin.
A pleasant voice silences the buzzing in my ears. Reminds me of who I am. Okabe Rintaro. This time my eyes move. There's a girl sitting on a nearby rock. I recognize her. My frozen brain comes alive. Her presence breathes new life into this dead world. Mayuri? My brain is still half asleep, and I cannot speak. It's Mayuri. Shina Mayuri. My oldest friend. She smiles at me, swinging her legs.
This is the Earth, you know. 7 million years ago. Some scary people sent you here in a time machine.
This is a dream, right?
Mayushi went looking for you and found ocarines from many, many world lines. You're one of many ocarines and also the original. Mayushi is one of many Mayushis and also the original. And now, Ocarine and Mayushi are going to die here.
This is a dream. Right, Mayuri?
But I know that another Ocarine and Mayushi will pick up where we left off, 70 million years in the future. So everything's A-okay.
This is a dream. Okay. I jerk awake on top of the sofa. My body is drenched in sweat. It was a dream. I must have fallen asleep sometime around noon. What a horrible nightmare. That was strange. What the hell was that? Also, I think the most important thing for me to note that I noticed is the way it ended. It was like turning off a CRT where it all goes static and then like shrinks. That's weird. What a horrible nightmare. I guess that threatening email I got is still weighing on my mind. Still, Mayuri had to save me. Even in a dream, that's unacceptable. I'm the one who saves her. That's the way it should be. Besides, Mayuri's not smart enough to talk about time travel like that. I sit up and look around the room. She's right where I expect her to be. In front of the TV, watching a Rainet Kakaru DVD. On the screen, the Upa riding Kakaru's shoulder is screaming something unintelligible.
I wish I had an Upa.
I look at her sitting there all spaced out. Mayuri needs my protection. That dream was wrong. I chug a Dr. P and check my phone. No new emails. I sent Tider a mail several hours ago just to make sure that he really isn't Sua's father. He hasn't replied yet. Obviously, Daru and the others don't know that I changed the past. Ferris,
おーい、今日もだ。
this is you in Kyoma.
Nyan, it's Ferris Nyan.
お前か。
Oh, it's you, Akiha Rumiho.
Who's that, Nyan?
I could have sworn her real name was Akiha Rumiho. Don't tell me. Could the demon have changed that too?
Ferris is Ferris, yeah. I don't have any other names, yeah.
はいはい、そうですね。
Yeah,
まだ
right. Your true name is
あ
Ferris.
これ
My
は失礼。
apologies. Of course, she's just being her usual self.
それで、
Well, what is it? If Ferris is calling me, it might be about the IBM 5100. She did promise to help us find one.
You've been too conspicuous, yeah. Cat's out of the bag and now you're trapped, yeah.
Huh? More of Ferris's usual nonsense?
4 Guardian Kings have awakened, yeah. There's no escape, Nyan.
Is that so? If you think the full Guardian King can stop me, just wait and see. Akiba will be drowning in blood before nightfall.
After the 4 Guardian Kings are 4 Guardian Queens, yeah. And after that, it's the 8 Devils, and then the Black Angel 12, yeah.
そんなに
That many? What's going on in this town? How many more can you add?
You've really stirred up the hornet's nest, yeah. I'm sorry, Kyoma, but this is checkmate, yeah.
いや、
No, it's not over yet. If I can just acquire the item,
あれさえ
I can turn the tide.
IBN 5000
Have you still not located an IBM 5100?
未だ手に入らないのか。
Sorry, yeah. I still have agents looking all over the world, but still no luck, yeah.
What, so she has no progress report?
急いでくれ。
Please hurry. I'm running out of time.
俺今もう違う。
Okay, yeah. I'll tell you as soon as I find one. Kyoma. Until then, hold on to your lives, yeah.
Yeah, I can't die yet. El Sai Con Grew. She hung up before I could finish. Damn it, that's why I hate talking to Ferris. Anyway, moving on. This time around, my search for an IBM 5100 is going poorly. Actually, I suppose I should consider myself lucky for having found one so easily the first time. I mean, the IBM 5100 is practically an urban legend. There are people like Moeka who spent months searching with no success. Last time, it barely took me 3 days to reach Yanabayashi Shrine, almost as if something was guiding me there. It was fate. No, it was the choice of Steins Gate. That's why its loss is so painful.
さすが
Guess that's why they call it the
幻って言
fan
われる
PC.
PC だよな
Daru's sitting at his computer like always.
アットちゃん情
I
報
read
だ
on
けど
that
さ
channel that some collectors will pay millions of yen to buy one.
IBM
IBM 5100s are serious business, man.
マジやばい
そこまで
If they have that high a premium, then people must know their secret. They're all after the data in CERN's mainframe.
僕的にはすごく
I
不思
don't
議
get
なん
it.
だよ
How comes they're
ね
so expensive?
実際なもともと
I
高かっ
mean,
たっていうのもあ
I
る
guess they
かも
look
し
pretty
れない
expensive
け
to
ど
begin with. Looks like one
当
cost
時の
about
値段で
20,000 back in the
2万ドル
day.
ぐらいしたらしいから
Hello, Talia. That seems strange. Why are you? I'm good. Hope you're good too. $20,000. That is expensive.
それにしても
Anyway,
手
I
に
can't
入
believe
ら
it's
な
so
さ
hard to
すぎな
find
気
one.
はする
Sure, it was a nice machine for its
確か
time,
に
but only
今
for
し
its
だけど
time.
そ
You have
れ
to be
はあ
crazy
く
to
ま
want
で
one
当時
now.
としてはだ誰かが買い
Maybe
占
it's
め
one
て
guy
たり
buying
して
them all up. The harder something is to obtain, the stronger the desire for it becomes. That's how people are. And that's exactly how I feel now. In the depths of CERN, completely isolated from the outside, lies a database coded with an IBM 5100. What secrets are sleeping in there? Could Could it contain the data from CERN's time travel research? Could there be proof that the Committee of 300 exists? The desire to know grows stronger by the day. It's not just about plunging the world to chaos anymore. We need the power to oppose CERN's evil ambitions. And then there's that threatening email to consider. Dara is confident that CERN won't find us, but I can't afford to take that for granted. After all, we're up against the brightest minds in the world, the scientists who invented the World Wide Web. They're backed by a secret organization more powerful than any nation. We're way out of our league here. They'd have no trouble at all crushing our puny lab if they desired. That's why we need a trump card to hold against them. Without an IBM 5100, we can't move forward. I'm getting restless.
Whoa!
Whoa! What's this? Daru suddenly lurches forward to stare at his monitor. Daru?
どうした
What's wrong?
いや、
But there's
こん
no
なの
way
あ
it's
りえない
right.
んですけど。
どういうことか
What are you
説明
talking
しろ
about? Explain.
Well,
I'm pulling data off the server, looking for a way to gain root access. And these files are downloading crazy fast. I mean, we're talking light speed here. It's hard to believe, but for some reason, this area has a direct fiber optic line to CERN. Several lines even. Wait, what?
直通と
Direct? What do you
普通とは
mean?
何が違う
I mean, there's literally a fiber optic cable running from underneath this building to CERN's headquarters in France. I'm sorry, what? What do you mean?
普通の場合は違うの
Strange.
全然違うっつうの。
Yeah. Dara calls up the National Assembly of France's website. Then he brings up the command prompt and hammers out some commands.
ほら見てみ。
Have a look. This is the route we use to visit the National Assembly of France's site. It starts from our IP address. From there, it passes through various relays in Japan, jumps to France, and bounces around there for a while before finally reaching the National Assembly site. It takes 16 steps total to get there. The average transfer rate is about 300 milliseconds. That's normal for an overseas connection. In other words, there's a route we have to take. We have to take to get to France from Japan. Everyone takes the same route. Other countries are the same. Even browsing domestically takes about 10 steps. Now, let's try CERN. Dara calls up CERN's homepage on the browser. Then he displays the route like last time. The result?
経路はたったの
There's
1
only one step. Unlike before, the signal doesn't pass through any intermediate servers. PC we're using, its registered name is Akihabara PC, is connected directly to CERN in France. What? And that transfer rate's 100 times better than usual. Crazy fast. You can't even get these numbers domestically, man.
なぜ直通なの
Why do we have a direct line? Is that even
あ
possible?
りえるのか
It was like this when we found it. I didn't do anything.
このビルに
So, the building already had a
以前
hotline
か
to
らソ連との
CERN.
ホットラインがあるわけか
Did this happen as a result of our time traveling?
偶然とは思え
This
ない
can't be coincidence. It might be the choice to stop.
普通だった
It
ら
doesn't make
絶対
sense.
にありえ
Why
ない
would there be an independent line running from here all the way to CERN? Dara's so excited he interrupted me. No Japanese or French telecommunication company would set up something like this. Which means
設置したの
CERN did it themselves.
セルン自身か
Dara gulps and nods. Cold sweat oozes from his brow. Does that mean we've been figured out? I feel chill as well. CERN might be able to see everything we're doing. No. Maybe CERN has been expecting us for years. What could that be? The answer is simple. John Titor claims that CERN can lead their time machine in 2034. Just 2 years later, the world is a dystopia under their rule. Maybe the CERN of 2034 considers our opposition in 2010 a threat. Maybe they used the time machine to travel to 2000 and install a fiber optic cable to track our every move. It's entirely possible. Has the invention of the time machine started an intertemporal war? If so, what can we do? Our enemy might be stronger than even I can imagine. No, I mustn't lose heart. Need to think positive.
でもさ、
But
この
thanks to
直
this
通
direct
回
line,
線
we
が
can
あ
now
るおかげ
control
で
the LHC remotely.
LHC をこの PC からでも使えるようにな。
本当にやった
You
のか
figured out how?
Wow, that's amazing, Daru-kun.
Myri pauses her DVD and comes up beside us. So we can use the big thing. The big time machine. Or big Hadron Collider thing.
これだけの転送速度
With
だ
a
から
connection this
さ、
fast, we
遠
can
隔
control
操
the
作もタイ
LHC
ムラグ
practically
ほ
in
ぼ
real
ゼロだ
time.
ろ。
I haven't
ま
actually
だ
tried it
実
yet,
際に
though.
試してないけど。
Yeah, and the second you try it, I guarantee you we're gonna get killed. Because they're going to probably figure it out instantly who did it. That's right. Even if this is some kind of CERN trap, we might be able to make use of it. They're still vulnerable to our attack.
This LHC is that 20-kilometer long tunnel thing, right? What does it do again?
陽子を加速し
It
て
accelerates protons and smashes them together.
Oh yeah, mini black holes, right?
公式発表じゃ、
The official line is that mini black holes might manifest as a byproduct of the particle
副産
collision,
物
but
的に
that's
生ま
not
れ
the
る
truth.
可能性がある。
極秘の内部資料
According
に
to
よ
the
れば
top secret documents we found, the LHC was intended to create black
ブラ
holes
ック
from the
ホ
very
ールを作るた
beginning.
めに建設された
We still don't know exactly how they do it. We need to think of a way to...
岡部
Okabe. Kurisu! Kurisu suddenly emerges from the development room. She was cooped up in there all morning. Her expression is unusually grave.
どうした
What's wrong?
やっと会
I
が出
figured
た
it out. Figured what out?
電話レンジ
I
の
think
仕
I
組
know
み
how
の
the
こと
phone
よ
wave works. Oh! Wait, what?
解明したのか
Really? Kurisu nods. She still hasn't smiled. I'm worried why you're not smiling.
あくまで
Keep in mind that this is just a
私が分か
hypothesis
る
based on
範
what
囲で
we've
導
observed.
き出した仮説だけど今話してた
It's closely related to what you guys are just talking about. The
大きく関
LHC.
係する話
LHC は世
I
界
believe it
一
was
大
you,
きな
Christine,
電
who
子レ
called
ン
the
ジである
LHC the world's largest
そういう
microwave.
例えを挙げ
そう
Yes,
その通り
exactly.
だった
My hunch was right.
予想は電話レンジは
You've created a monster,
とんで
Okabe.
もない化け物よ
Excuse you? A monster?
こんな雑居ビ
It
ルの
doesn't
一室
belong in
に置
some
いといていい
amateur
もの
lab.
じゃない
And before you take that as an endorsement of your abilities, I mean it in a
ネ
bad
ガティ
way.
ブな意味で
Kurisu clutches her arms as to keep from trembling.
具体的に説明して
Give me
もらおう
details.
電子レンジ
Did you know that the microwave oven was invented as a byproduct
リー
of
ダー
radar
の研究
research?
の結果偶然生ま
Dara
れ
and I
たことは知っ
nod.
てる
Mayuri shakes her head. We all read up on that back when the phone wave name substitute started acting weird.
発生する電磁波の
Microwaves are
周波数は
electromagnetic waves with a frequency of
2.45
2.45
GHz のマイ
gigahertz.
クロ波
The phone wave is commercial
電話レンジ
grade,
に使われ
so
てい
its
るのは
output is around
業務用の強
1,500
力
to
なやつだから
2,000 watts.
出力はで
Here's the
ここ
important
から
part.
が重要
Kurisu goes on to explain that the electromagnetic waves output by the microwave are somehow connected to the electromagnetic waves output by the phone. In fact, you could say they fuse together.
確かにダルの設計図によ
According
れ
to
ば
Dara's blueprints, the microwave and the phone are made to send out shared
二つの機器に
electromagnetic
共
waves
通
by
する
taking
電
their
磁波を
leads
飛ばすためのマグネトロンの引
and
力を両極
hardwiring
に
each of them to the magnetron's cathode and anode. A type of vacuum tube used in microwave ovens and radar produces strong microwaves. On one hand, we have the microwave's super strong electromagnetic waves, originally a byproduct of the military's research into radar technology. On the other, we have the cell phone's standardized electromagnetic waves, a frequency now ubiquitous throughout the world. What happens when you fuse those two waves?
どっちも
Both
電波を
devices use
使うことに
electromagnetic
関して
waves.
は
I'm not a
一致している
specialist, though, so I
それ
can't
がどん
examine
な
the
範
extent
囲
of
で
or
どんな
magnitude of
強
the
さで影
influence
響
that
を
fusion
及ぼす
has.
のかは仮に
But
携帯
hypothetically,
電話を踏み
if
台
the
にして
cell phone were to become a
周囲
stepping
何
stone,
百キロっていう
scattering the
広範
military
囲
grade
に影響を
electromagnetic
及ぼ
waves
すよ
over
う
a
な
vast range of hundreds
軍
of
事用電
kilometers,
磁波がまき散らす秋葉原どころか
then not just Akihabara,
Tokyoが
but
丸ご
all
と
of Tokyo would turn to the
電子レン
would
ジ
turn
の
into the
中と
inside of
同
a
じ状態
microwave
になる
oven. All of Tokyo?
中にいる人が死
Taking
に
into
至るま
account
での
slight
時間
variance due
は
to body weight,
体
the
重
average
差
time
にも
until
よる
death
け
for
ど
the people inside would be
平均3分
3 minutes. Excuse you?
マジ？じゃあ
Seriously?
電話レンジって
The
大量破
phone
壊
the
兵
phone
器っ
is
て
a
こ
weapon
と
of
じゃ
mass
ね？
destruction, isn't it? What, did we create a nuke? Is it really that powerful?
あの電話レンジ
Let
の
me
中
tell
で
you
起
what
きてるこ
happens
と
inside the phone
を
wave.
教えてあげるわレンジ内の目
The
に
air
見えな
inside
い
the oven
水
is
素
full of
に対し
invisible hydrogen
電磁
atoms.
波のエネルギー
First,
順
it
位が上
bombards the
昇
atoms
する
with microwaves to
これ
increase
は
their energy
通常
potential.
の電子レンジ
This
の
is
機
the
能
normal function of a microwave oven.
そこに
But
携
when
帯
you
電
add
話
the
の拡散
electromagnetic
型電
waves
磁
from the
波が
phone,
加わることによってレンジ内のあらゆる素粒子
harmonics
が
trigger a
衝
chain
突を
reaction.
繰り返すご
The
とに
particles
質量を
collide
増してい
repeatedly
っ
at
て
near light speed,
高速
gaining
に
mass
近
and
い
energy each
円運
time.
動を始める。それはいわ
In
ば
other words, it becomes a sort of
加速
particle
器のようなも
accelerator.
の。
加速器
A particle accelerator? It's literally the same as LHC.
じゃあ
So, if the LHC was created to generate
ミニ
mini
ブラッ
black
クホールを
holes,
生成する。やはりこの電話レンチ
then
かっこ
the
かり
phone wave named up to
Mini
change
black hole
must
を生み出
also
せ。
produce mini black holes. Kurisu doesn't deny it.
こんなに安定
It's
し
a
て動
miracle
作している
that
の
that
は
thing has
奇
been
跡。
so stable.
ただ
But there's still one thing I don't understand.
ミニブラックホール
Even
が
if
生
it
成
does
された
produce
と
mini
しても
black
そ
holes,
れは
they should evaporate
一瞬
instantly.
で蒸発。でもこの
But
電話レンジ
that's not
は
what happens in the
どう
phone
やら
wave.
そうじゃない。
The gelfication
バナ
phenomenon
ナや
proves that.
唐揚げがゼリー LHC と同じ
Just
よう
like in
に
the LHC, our
Mini
mini black
black
holes are
hole
turning
は
into
カ
Care
ー
black
ブラック
holes.
ホールに変化。
タイターの理論
Now is not the time.
ミニブラックホールにカーブラックホール効果を生み出すため
It's easy to pretend you're someone you're not. Ultimately, there's no escaping the contradictions between your false self and the real you. It's a paradox. Paradoxes can't hold. I tried to tell myself that I didn't need anyone, but forming bonds will only hurt. But somehow I ended up joining your circle of friends. I still don't know if it was for the best, and I'm sure it was. Without you, I would have given up on ever finding my dad. I don't know why I wrote all this. I guess I'm just trying to say thanks. I kind of don't want to say that, but I don't want to hear. Anyways, according to Tider, you have to inject electrons to produce the Care black hole effect.
その
Where do the
注入
injected
される
electrons
電
come
子が
from?
どこから来
That's
て
what
い
I
るの
don't
か。
understand.
それ LHC は
The LHC uses something called a lifter to inject
ブラックホ
electrons
ール
into the
に
black
電子を
hole and
注入
control the
して重
gravitational
力場をコ
field.
ントロールしてリフターに代替するも
Something
の
is
が
filling the role inside that role inside the phone wave.
どこかにある。
どこかって
Something.
だから
Like I
わ
said,
から
I
ない
don't know what. So I guess that's what it comes down to. All Kriso's explanation does is confirm our hypothesis that the phone wave name substance change functions the same as the LHC.
LHC と
Looks like we need to review what the LHC is.
復習してみる必要
It's
があ
time
り
for
そ
our
うだ
LHC Moe guy to shine.
LHC は
LHC stands for Large Hadron Collider.
略だね
波動炉
Hadron? Hadron?
素粒子の名
It's the
前
name of an elementary particle.
でこいつは
The
フラン
LHC
ス
is
とス
basically
イ
a
スに
huge
またが
circular
る
tunnel
形で作
underneath
られた
Switzerland and
円
France.
形の全長は約
It sits above
27キ
about
ロ
100
地下
meters
100メ
below
ートルの
ground
深さにある
and a total length of 27 kilometers.
トンネルの中には2
There
本
are
の
two
リン
rings
グが
that
通
run
ってて
through the
リ
tunnel.
ングの
Inside
中
the
は
rings is a super
超
low
低
temperature
温の
vacuum,
真
an
空状態
environment
なん
like
だ
outer
ろ
space, basically.
つまり
Seriously,
宇宙
Moe.
環境を再現陽子の加速は
In an
隣
adjacent
接する施設から
facility, protons are
線形加
gradually
速器
accelerated by the
陽子シンク
linear
ロトロンブ
accelerator,
ースター
the proton synchrotron
SPS で
booster,
段階
and the
的に加
superproton
速されて
synchrotron.
最後に
Finally, they're
LHC
injected into
に
the
注入
LHC,
され
where they undergo
敷き
their
詰められ
final
た
acceleration
超
via a
伝
series
導
of
磁石によ
superconducting
る最後の加速を
magnets
行
installed
う
in
ん
the
だ
tunnel.
最終的
By
に
now,
は
the traveling add
高
up
速
to
の 99.9999991% にまで達する
99.9999991% the
LHC
speed of
やばい
light. That's enough to melt your
電話レンジほどじゃ
brain.
ないけ
Not as
どな
dangerous as the phone wave, though.
でもって
Finally, the
加速
accelerated
させた
protons
陽子を
collide at
1秒
approximately
間に
1
10
to
億から
10
100
billion
億
times
回
per
ぐらい
second.
衝突させるそこで起きる
The
高エネル
purpose of
ギ
the
ー
LHC
反応につい
project
て
is to
観
study
測
the
す
high
るのが
energy reactions that
LHC
result.
計画の
Or
目
so they
的
say. We know
で
they're
一応
they're a
公
bunch
表
of
されて
stinking liars.
大嘘だったけど
I guess that about covers it.
そこで
And that, my fellow lab members, brings us to the question.
我が
Can
電
the
話レン
phone
ジ
wave
カッ
named
コ仮によって
exchange beat CERN's true physical time
物理
travel?
的タイムトラベルは
問題は2
Two
点ある。
problems. One, setting the
局所場指
destination.
定とリフ
Two,
ター。
the lifter.
局所場指定につい
We've
ては
already established that
前
the
も
D
言
mail
った
writes
通りだ
precisely when and where it's supposed
D メー
to.
ルはきちんと
検証もなしに
It's
結論
dangerous
を
to
出すの
accept that
は
without
危険よ。
verification. Agreed.
リフターの代わりを
As for the
担ってい
lifter,
る
we
もの
already
に
know
つ
it
いては
exists. We just need to figure out what it is.
あることは
見つけられるとは
I don't
思え
think you're
ない。
going to find it. The
こ
phone
の
wave's
小
not
さな
exactly
電子レン
big,
ジ
you
の
know.
中を
And we've been
私た
poking
ち
at
は
it for
もう
days
何
without
日も
turning
か
up
け
a
て調
clue.
べまくっているけど、もし仮に見つけ
Even
出
if
し
we
た
do
とし
find
て
it,
も、
it'll take forever to learn
注
how to
入す
tune
る
the
電子
electron
量の
feed
調整に
properly.
は、
膨大ってどんぐらい
How long is forever?
セルンは9
CERN's been
年を
working
か
at
け
it
て
for
も
9 years
解
and they
決でき
still
てい
haven't
な
solved
い。
it. We're just amateurs, so it's bound to take even longer. Wait, I have an idea.
ならば
Let's
発
look at
想
it
を
from a
逆転
different
させてみよ
angle.
う
CERN tried to send people back in time, but they couldn't get the electron feed right. Singularities were not naked. It's the same with the phone wave name subject to change. You can only send 36 bytes of data safely, otherwise you get a jelly man. Let's consider the problem in reverse. What if we could convert a human into data, then compress that data into just 36 bytes? We could send that person through the ring singularity just like a D-mail, couldn't we? How do you turn a person into data? Convert a human to data? It's not even possible, man. Exactly. How do you do that? You got an idea? And even if you were, there'd be like exabytes of data or something. You want to compress that in 36 bytes. Are you high? I thought it was a good idea. I guess it's not that easy. The barriers to time travel are just too high. I turned to Karisu, meaning to ask her opinion, and then I realized that her expression has changed dramatically. Her eyes are wide as saucers, and her mouth is hanging open. Of course. If it works, then maybe... She pauses for a second, and then... Maybe we can do it. Do what? Was my insane idea correct? Time travel? It's hard to believe what Karisu is saying, even though it was my idea in the first place. Are you serious? Karisu grins triumphantly in response. The data compression part at least is easy. We can just use the black holes created by the LHC, since black holes compress everything they swallow. Compression won't harm data like it would harm a human. As long as we're just sending data, there's nothing to worry about. Get it? But wait, can we really pull off such a stunt? Besides, how do you plan to convert humans into data? You know that my thesis got published, right? This is no time to flaunt your accomplishments. Have you read it? I haven't. I've got scans if you want to read it. Daru opens up his image folder, scrolls past tons of 2D... Daru. Sure enough, there's Karisu's name in big English letters. This thesis, even if it is impossible, each man's making to data is possible. It is making each man's memory data. The possibility is bold, and it discusses in detail the research and study are that credibility is very high, and is certainly impossible. And why does it feel like half the? Am I going crazy, or does half this feel unreadable? The title of my thesis is Analysis of memory-related nerve impulses in the temporal lobe. Temporal lobe. Nerve impulses. What, you didn't know? No, wait, this can't be right. This title sounds like, neuroscience, not physics. The scientific study of the brain. This field incorporates biology, genetics, medicine, psychology, and electrical engineering. Okay. I'm a neuroscientist. Got a problem? What? I can't believe it. From the way she talked about particle accelerators and time travel theory, I was sure she had to be a physicist. No, forget about that. How's this related to time travel? Converting entire human to data is impossible. But converting humans' memories may be possible. Converting memories to data. Karisu proceeds to explain her thesis. Memories accumulate in something called the parahippocampal gyrus, or hippocampus, which is located in the temporal lobe of the brain. What exactly are memories? Karisu's thesis analyzes that question from a neuroscientific perspective. All of the brain's functions manifest as electrical signals running through its neurons. Even memories are written to the hippocampus by electrical signals. Karisu analyzed how specific electrical signals correspond to specific memories. The mechanism by which humans recall memories can be likened to a word association game. You begin with a vague, abstract image, which calls successive images of increasing clarity. Imagine a chest of drawers. Each drawer is filled with tiny boxes, and inside each box is another bunch of tiny boxes. You keep opening boxes until you find the memory you're looking for. Recently discovered that the number of retrieval commands nerve impulses used to search up memories is surprisingly low. Out of hundreds of millions of nerve impulse patterns in the brain, only a few 1,000 are related to memory. It was the successful analysis of these patterns that earned Kurisu and her research team critical acclaim in the scientific community. Now, before you ask how this relates to time travel, there's one more thing I need to explain. Several years ago, my lab, the neurophysiology lab at Victor Condoria University, developed a technology called visual rebuilding, or VR for short. VR? But simply, it enables conversion of video data into nerve pulse signals. Used in reverse, it can also convert nerve impulses into video data or any other kind of electronic data. So if we combine VR technology with my research, you see where I'm going? No way. No way. We can convert memories into data. Not just that, memory transplantation, backups, external storage, all those things become possible. It's like science fiction. In a sense, this technology could be used to copy a person's soul. According to Kurisu, some religious groups strongly oppose this research, as you might expect. On the other hand, the medical community is ecstatic about the possibilities. In any case, it's amazing that my assistant here was able to make such an incredible discovery. Of course, she did have a university supporting her, but still. So basically, what you're saying is that we convert the subject's memories into video data, use the LHC's black hole to compress that data into 36 bytes, send that data through the Care black hole inside the phone wave named such a change, and finally imprint those memories on the subject's brain in the past. What does that mean? I don't freaking know. We can send our memories back in time. In order to differentiate it from physical time travel, let's call it a time leap for now. You don't go back, just your memories. It's so crazy that nobody's thought of it before. She's right. The idea is ridiculous, which is exactly why none of the geniuses at CERN could come up with it. But this union of physics, neuroscience, and neurophysiology will make the impossible possible. To transfer memories into the past via cell phone. To time leap. The important thing to remember is that only memories are being transferred. Personality and consciousness aren't included. What does that mean? How's it different from what you see in sci-fi novels? Time leaping in sci-fi usually sends everything, consciousness, personality, and memory. But in real life, there's probably too much data. And besides, we only analyze memories. Think of consciousness, personality, and memory as separate things. Memories are like the video data stored on your computer. And consciousness and personality are like the OS. But videos can take up way more space than the OS. It's just an example. For starters, it's still not clear where personality and consciousness are located or how they are constructed. So we can't convert them into data, or at least I can't. So we can only send memories. Where does that leave us? Your memories are the only thing that define you. Even if you send your memories to the past, it will be either receiving whose consciousness and personality that process them. Though in Mindor's terms, it's like copying data from a Vista computer into a Min-95 computer. This is all so much for my brain to try and process. Most widely used operating system in the world. Thank you. Data created with the latest OS might not work on an older OS. It might cause errors. Are we going to fry somebody's brain? For example, if you sent your current memories to yourself in elementary school, the gap between your memories and your body could have serious consequences. Anyway, is it correct to assume that we'll be targeting ourselves in the past? Risu nods at my question. Just like with D-mail, we're using cell phones as the transfer medium. To be precise, you can only leap into your own body, and only if you had a cell phone at the time of reception. There was an exception in Yukako's case when we sent the D-mail to a pager, but that doesn't apply to time leaping. If you tried sending memories to someone else, how do I put this? There's a danger that the electrical signals might be rejected. One wants to jump into someone else's body. What does that mean? I mean, unless it's about a cute girl.
可愛い
Is this guy
女の
capable
子
of
の中な
non-pervert
ら
thoughts?
喜んで入るけど。
へへじゃないわ
Oh,
よ。
heh, me, you idiot.
弾かれるだけ
If
なら
it,
いいけ
if
ど
it just bounces off,
も
that's
しかす
fine,
ると
but I'm worried
深刻な
incompatible memory
人
damage
格障
might
害
do
まで起
serious
きる
damage
恐
to
れ
the
があるのよ。
recipient's psyche.
どんな結果になるかわか
I
ら
don't
な
know
い
what might happen.
人
No
類
one's done it
初の
before after all.
試みだから
That makes us pioneers. I like it.
はっきりしているの
There are
は
two things I do
自
know.
分が生ま
One,
れる
you
以前
definitely
に
can't go
は
back to
絶
back
対にい
before
けない
where
とい
you
う
were
こと
born. And two,
自
you
分
won't
が
exist
二
in
人
two
同時に
places at
存在
once.
することはないタイムパラドックスが
That
発
means you
生
don't
す
have
る
to worry
心
about
配は
causing
ない
paradox. You can't kill your parents
自
before
分
you
が
were
生まれる
born.
前に
So the phones act like black and white holes.
ホワイトホールの代わり
Seems like a strange coincidence that cell phones would be the medium of time travel, but really, could it have been anything else? These days, people wear their phones like a second skin. No other medium could reliably deliver the memories to their intended target. The more I think about it, the more I realize that this was meant to be. I whip out my phone and place it to my ear.
俺だ
It's me. Everything is falling into
全
place.
ての点が
Plan can now proceed to the final stage. I'm talking about Operation Verthandi, obviously.
計画はこれより
The second of the three Norns, sister goddesses of fate, in Norse mythology. The three sisters tend the world tree, Yggdrasil, whose roots lie in Urd's fountain. Verthandi is the Norn of the present, popularized in Japan by certain goddess manga.
最終段階にある
Christina had me fooled. I never knew she was capable of this. It must have been the choice of Steins Gate that sent her here.
まさに案ずるな
Don't worry, I have everything under control. Nothing can stop us
今
now.
の俺たちは無
El
敵だ
Sai Konguru.
エルフ最高
I put away my phone and turned to Kurisu.
今言った通
Were
り
you listening? Good. Commence preparations for Operation Vathandi.
オペレ
あいや
First,
少
explain
し
what
は
that
ど
is.
ういうことかせ
お前の言う
We're going to build your
タイ
time
ムリー
leap machine,
Then
Christina,
Mensai
and you better not say it can't be done. Not after showing me the way.
ちなみに
まあ
Well, this is
秋葉原
Akihabara.
なら
I should be able to find the
パ
parts I
ーツも揃ってる
need.
から
決まり
Then it's decided. I'm placing you in charge of this operation. Whatever you need,
だ
ask and it shall be
お前を作戦
yours.
主任に任命人類史上
Together, we shall complete the first time leap machine in human history.
完成させるぞ
Kurisu nods, her eyes shining with a fierce, hungry light. As I thought, she's a scientist to the core. Yes. This is bad. Mayuri and Daru go home, leaving me with Kurisu. She's sitting in the development room chair, endlessly twirling a pen in her fingers.
一体何をやってい
What are
る
you
んだ
doing?
考えてるのよ
Thinking about the time leap machine.
タイムリープマシン作れそうなこと
I know
は
we can
分
make
か
it,
った
but
け
I'm actually wondering what will happen
ど
if we
もし
actually
実
use
際に
it.
使ったら
そうか
Ah. She hasn't even started working on the machine, and she's already worried about what comes afterwards? That takes confidence, alright. Are all geniuses like this? What will happen when we use it? I doubt we can find an answer to that question, not without testing it live. Kurisu knows that. What she's really wondering is whether it's worth the risk. That's why I avoid arguing with her.
あまり悩むなよ
You're thinking too hard. Finish the machine, then
今
worry
は
about
完
it.
成させることを優先する
偉そうに
You're so pompous.
うん
Kurisu groans and flops down on the desk. It's strange to see her like this. She's usually so cool and collected. But maybe that's an act, and this is who she really is.
ね
Hey,
え岡部
Okabe.
全く関
Can I
係な
talk to you
い
about
相
something
談
completely unrelated?
していい
関係ない相談
I'd rather talk about something related.
してくれ
この前
You told me before that I could ask you anything, right?
いつでも相
I didn't.
談しろ
I don't remember that.
私って
I think
父親
my father
に
hates me.
嫌われてるのよね
She sighs sadly. Ah, so that's what she wants to talk about. Conundrum. This isn't like before, when she was merely an advisor. The Time Leap project depends on Kurisu to succeed. It is clear, however, that she will be unable to focus as long as these petty concerns distract her. In that case, it falls to me, the great Huing Kyoma, to solve her problem once and for all. Only then can she devote herself fully to the future of the lab.
いいだろう
Very well.
話せ
Speak. You really are pompous.
偉そう
この前の電話
I assume it was your father on the phone the other
相手
day?
は父親か
I am speaking, of course, when I found Kurisu outside the lab crying into her phone. The mood was delicate.
まあね
Yeah,
いつからかな
I don't remember the last time he had a kind word for me.
嫌い私が渡米す
Even
る
when we
前
were
から
living together, before I went to America, he acted like I wasn't there. We're supposed to be family, aren't we?
お前自身の父
And
親
you?
の態度はどう
How'd
だ
you treat your father?
昔はお父
How's
さん
Daddy's
子
little
だ
girl
った
growing up? He practically had to drag me away
け
from
なげ
him.
だったのよ
She smiles, but in her smile I can see a hint of self-mockery.
父親は物理学
My
者なん
father's
だ
a
けど
physicist. Even as a child, I loved to hear about him talk about science. I couldn't understand a word of it, but I always begged him to
内容
explain.
は全く理解できなかったなんとか理解し
I
た
wanted to understand his work, so I started studying physics.
物理学の
It must have been
本を
5.
読みまくって
Damn, I guess that's what makes her a genius. Or perhaps the yearning for her father's love was what gave birth to her genius.
おかげで
Thanks to that, I got perfect grades in math. I ignored all other subjects though, so my grades were
他の
little
教科
skewed.
は見向きも父親の書いた
I even
論
read
文だ
my
って
father's
読んだのよ
papers. I was a little girl trying to comprehend theoretical physics,
到
but
底
I
理
gave it
解で
everything
き
I
ずにな
had.
かったけど
I needed to
自
understand.
分でその論文につい
By
て
6th grade, I learned enough that I could
父
discuss
親
my
と
father's
議
theories
論
with
で
him.
きるレベルにまでの父親と
I was so happy that I
物
could
理
talk
学
to my
の
father on
話を
his level,
きち
you
んと
know?
できるのが嬉
We
し
used
く
to
て
argue all night long,
楽しくてそして
and then I started winning those
い
arguments.
つも私が論
All
破
of
して終
them.
わってた
それは嫌われる
Yeah, I can definitely see how that would make him
間違いな
hate
く
you.
嫌われる
A tragedy fitting for a girl genius. What kind of scientist loses to a grade school girl anyway? Seriously.
やっぱり
You really think that's
そう思う
why?
やっぱりどころの
I'm
話では
absolutely
ない
certain that's why.
確実
確かに
I guess he did have a lot
あの
of
人
pride.
とにかく
Anyway, one day he suddenly stopped talking to me altogether.
いきなりついには
Then
マ
he
マと
started fighting with my
契約にな
mom
って
and finally stopped
家
coming
に帰って
home.
こなくなったの
You say suddenly.
父親が大好き
I
だ
really
った
loved my
私は
dad, so it was a big
そう
shock.
なったのが
I felt it was my fault things turned out that way.
って責
I couldn't
任
go
を
to
感じ
school.
て
I was so
かな
depressed.
りショックそれでママが
And then mom recommended I
海
study
外留
abroad.
学を勧めてくれた
So that's why she went to America.
お前は優秀
You're
す
just
ぎ
too
たと
talented for your own good.
それで
So, how do you feel about your father
今
now?
の父親のことをどう
わか
I
ら
don't
ない
know. Kurisu looks down.
父親は日本に
He's
い
in
るの
Japan,
だ
right? Have you seen him at all?
一度目
うん
No,
結局会
he
えて
doesn't
ない
want to see me.
この前
Strange.
の電話はそ
That's
の
what we were talking about on the phone. I asked if we can meet, but he told me to stay away from him.
件来るな
Brother has quite the inferiority complex. No wonder she was crying. Even for someone as strong-willed as Kurisu, it must hurt to hear that from her father.
それに
Even if we did meet, I wouldn't know what to say.
嫌われてからも
I tried to talk to him before I left,
私
you
の方
know?
から一生懸
I
命
tried
話
so
しかけた
hard,
んだ
but
けど
he just ignored me.
いつもそれが
It hurts.
すごく辛かった
Whenever I think about going to see him, I remember those
そ
times.
の記憶があるか
I
ら
worry he'll ignore me
ま
again,
た無視されるん
and
じ
then
ゃ
I
ないか
can't
と
do
思う
anything.
もう言えなくなる
She says it suddenly happened. There's gotta be a deeper reasoning. Could it be related to time travel? Could he have maybe gotten a message?
泣いているのか
Are you crying? Just a little, okay?
ちょっと
お前は今でも
You want to reconcile with your father,
父親
correct?
と和解したいと思っている
I don't know.
そう思っていな
If
い
you
なら
didn't, then you wouldn't have
父親
confided
の
in
こと
me.
を俺に
You
相
wouldn't be
談した
crying,
りも
would
し
you?
ないし
確かに
True.
素直な気持ちを
Just be straight with me. Say I love you, Dad. Let's make up.
大好きですとな
私の
I
性
think
格
that's a
的
little out
に
of character for me.
無理だと思う
父親相
It's
手
your
に何を
father.
可愛
Stop
くぶって
acting
い
like
る
a
の
weak
か
little girl. Kurisu jerks up her face bright red. I'm not acting like a little
な
girl.
ってないわよ
いいやぶっている
Yes, you are. You'll never reconcile with
そ
him
ん
like
なことで
that.
はありのままをストレ
You
ー
need
ト
to
にぶ
speak
つけ
from
る
your
しか
heart. Give it to him
解決
straight.
策はない相手に伝わら
That's
な
the
けれ
only
ば
way you get your messages across. You can't sugarcoat it.
もしそれ
If
で
that
も
doesn't
分かって
work,
もらえない
nothing
なら
will. You'll just have to hope that time heals the rift
それは
between you.
時間って
And how long will that take?
どれくらい
そんなものは俺に
How
分
should
か
I
るわけ
know?
がない
I'm only a year older than you,
お
remember?
前と一つしかお前がアメリカに
How
行
long
った
has
の
it been since you went to
は何年前
America?
のことだ
7 years.
7年前
7年経っ
If
ても
nothing has
変わら
changed
な
in 7
かった
years,
の
then
な
maybe
ら
it'll take twice
その
that
倍以
much
上の時
time.
間が必要かもしれん
I
さ
guess you're right.
よね
Kurisu sighs heavily and rests her chin in her head. Did my advice backfire? Looks like she's even more depressed now. I fold my arms and rack my brain for a solution. I don't want to see Kurisu like this. It's pathetic.
それで
Well,
いつ会い
when are
に
you
行く
going
ん
to
だ
see him? Huh? Kurisu opens her eyes wide in confusion. I take out my phone and bring up the calendar.
夏休み中
I
なの
assume
は
it'll
確
be
定と
during
して
summer break. Make sure you
行
let
く
me
時
know
は
ahead
あ
of
らかじ
time.
め
What are you talking about?
俺にも予定が
I might have plans. I don't need to
急
shift
に言
my
われたら
schedule a
合
little.
わせられないかもしれ
あ、いやいやいや、
Hold on a second.
もしかして
Don't tell me you plan on coming
一緒に
along.
来るつもりか？
ないいかにも
Of course I do. You're my assistant, and I will do whatever it takes to ensure that you are in peak mental condition for the experiment.
はあ
Risu looks dumbfounded. What? Did I say something wrong?
なんだそれ。
Okay. You've had your fun. I'm in no mood for...
俺はどこまで
I'm being completely serious.
日本国内なら
I'll go anywhere you want. Anywhere in Japan. I'd go anywhere in the world, but I don't have passport or money.
国外だと
岡部。
Okabe.
父親と二人き
You're
りだ
afraid you
と
won't know what to say, right?
何を話した
Yeah.
だから
And
俺
that
も
settles
一緒
it.
に行けば
I am a
問題ない
master of conversation.
この
You have nothing to
強
fear
引
with
狂魔
Hugh and Kyoma at
空
your
気を読んだ見
side.
事な話題を提なぜ笑う
Why are you laughing?
だって、
You can't hold a
あん
normal
たが空
conversation
気を
if
読
your
め
life
た
depended on
試
it.
しないじゃない。
By Jove, she's right. A mad scientist does not care about things like tact or decorum. He dominates the room with his sheer presence. Perhaps a softer touch is called for here.
でも、
But thanks anyway. I definitely didn't
そ
expect
こ
you
ま
to
で言って
offer
く
to
れるなん
come.
て
Not that I'm happy about or
嬉しいと
anything.
か、そういう、本当。
I hate how you act like a nice guy
た
sometimes.
ま
It's
にいいやつに
confusing.
なるから困るよね。
Confusing how? Why is she yelling at me anyway? Shouldn't she be thanking me instead?
ね
Okabe. That offer. I can take you up on it, right?
当たり前だ
Of course.
え、じゃあ、
And
電話レンジの
once
改
we're
良が
done
終わった
upgrade the
ら、
phone wave,
一緒に
I want you to come with me.
任せるが
As you wish. Where is your father anyway?
青森、
Amori.
青森
Amori!
父親は今
That's
そこ
where
に
he
住
lives
んでる。
That's way up at the north end of the island, like 700 kilometers or something. I wasn't expecting to have to go that far. What? You're not going to back out, are you? You already promised. I'm taking you whether you like it or not, okay?
もう決定だ。
の
Amori
そ
it
んな
is.
ところだ
If promising to go to Amori will let Kurisu concentrate on the time leap machine, it's a small price to pay. A small price indeed. The next day, Mayuri and I go shopping at Radicon. We have a list, written by Kurisu, of parts for the time leap machine. Naturally, I'm paying for everything out of my own pocket. Kurisu and Daru have already started work on the upgrade. Apparently, the conversion of memories into digital data requires software developed at Kurisu's lab in America. She can download that software from their dedicated server. But that's not the only thing we need. There's also some kind of brain scanning headgear that we're going to have to make ourselves. Incidentally, I have to pay extra close attention to make sure Mayuri doesn't wander off while we're shopping. If she sees some random store that interests her, she'll literally stop and stare at it for hours. I keep walking, of course, and only later realize that she's not behind me. Then I have to run from store to store looking for her. This must be how parents of small children feel. Anyway, this is nothing new. Mayuri's always been like this.
頼むから俺に
I'm begging you. Stick with me. If you get lost in this lab with the technology, you'll never
自力で
escape.
は外に出られない
Not
ぞ
with your sense of direction.
Okie dokie. I'll be careful.
気をつけるね。でね、
By the way, how's time leading different from time travel?
I don't know. Going from Tokyo to Amori by bullet train is over 15,000 yen per person, but the overnight bus is only 5,000 yen. Which do you prefer? I want to cover the traveling expenses, but I don't have that much on hand. I'm staying at a hotel, but I'm not a celeb. Mama's pretty strict on money. Mother she'd kill me if she knew I was going to see my father, so maybe we should go by overnight bus to fit our budget. I'm fine either way. You choose. Did she really hear what I just said about not wandering off? Besides, Karisu already explained the difference yesterday.
タイムトラベルは
Time travel means your whole body travels through time. The time leap will only send your memories to the
Time
past.
leap.
It's simple.
記憶だけが
Just
時間を
memories,
飛び越え
no
ること
personality or consciousness
と
included.
覚えればいい
Although Karisu did mention that there was no way to be sure what might happen to your consciousness.
Oh,
そっか。
does that mean you can do things with time leaps that you can't do with emails?
タイムリープ
D メールは
D-mails can only send instructions to the past. The past may change or may not. Results are unpredictable and depend on the recipient.
変わらないかそれに
And when the past does change, the world line is reconfigured. Everyone loses their old memories. I am the exception, thanks to reading Steiner. With a time leap, on the other hand, you can give your past self not just instructions, but all the memories you have right now. Or at least that's the idea. You won't know for sure until the time machine is built.
So could I send the costume I'm making back to last week? I'd love to have another week to prepare for Kami Ima.
That might be possible with time travel, but not with time leaping. Say you had a test like last week. Now that you know the answers, you could send that knowledge to yourself and ace the test. But you couldn't go back and hand yourself a cheat sheet.
じゃ
So Mayushi's mind goes into Mayushi 1 week ago?
そういうことだ
Exactly. While this conversation has been going on, I've been steadily purchasing items from Karisu's shopping list.
物は持ってい
You can't bring stuff, but you can bring your
記
memories.
憶は
I
持
get
ってい
it.
けるんだね。でも
But then what about Mayushi 1 week ago? Where do her
1
memories
週間
go?
前のマユシン
上書きされる
I
のでは
assume they get overwritten. We haven't tested it though, so there's no way to be sure.
消えちゃうって
She
こと
disappears?
消えたとしても
Your memories right now include your memories from back then, so even if she does disappear, you don't really lose anything.
未来の1週間
I
分
guess you
の
could
記
say
憶が
that you're just
追加され
adding your
る
memories from 1 week in
と
the
いう言い方をした
future.
方が良さそう
じゃあねじゃあ
If Mayushi's memories leap into the Mayushi 1 week ago, then what happens to Mayushi now?
記憶を飛ばしたら今
I
のマユ
guess
シ
she
ンの
would
体は
gain
どうなっ
memories?
ちゃうんだろう
Mayuri's asking some pretty philosophical questions today. But I guess anyone would ask the same.
Mayushi's memories jumped to the past, but my body's still here, right? What happens to me when my memories go bye-bye?
抜け殻にな
You become an empty shell.
いや
No, that can't be right. That wouldn't make
そうい
sense.
うことじゃないはずだ助手がやろうと
My
している
assistant's
のは
device merely records your memory data. In other words, it's just a backup. Your original memories are still inside you.
バックアップでしかない
Thanks, that helps. I'll keep plugging away at this time machine. After all, I am a lab man wall.
それをデータ化するわけではないのだ
Nothing inside the brain is lost. You don't become an empty shell. Besides, neither personality nor consciousness is transferred to begin with.
だから抜け
Your
殻
body
に
shouldn't become an empty shell,
意識
and your
が飛んだ
consciousness
りする
shouldn't
こと
leap
はない
either.
はず
No, wait, there's another issue here.
というか
Actually, won't you become a new Mayuri, one who received memories from
ま
the
たその1
future
週間
1
を
week
経
ago?
験してきたマユリが
So I think a new Mayuri gets created, right? Not that anybody, including me, would be able to tell the difference.
じゃあ
And does the Mayushi who has the normal memories from
最初
before the
の
time
一
leap
週
get
間を
erased from
過
by
ご
the
した
Mayushi
マユシン
who repeat about the week with extra memories?
その1週間を繰り返
This is
した
getting
マユシン
complicated. I was about to say, like, I don't understand what's happening anymore, to be honest with you.
そうだ
That's
消える
right. She's erased. In other words, you relive the week. You can do things the same, or you could do
そっくり
something
そのま
completely
まトレー
different.
スすることもできるしそれと
And you'll keep your old
消え
memories
た
of the
最
week
初の
that
1週間
disappeared.
の記憶自
じゃあね
Then does that mean
The questions keep coming. She's trying hard to understand her own ditzy way.
もしも
so I redo the week? Okay, but what if I decide to go to Ikebukuro with my friends instead of coming to the lab
1
today?
週間後の今日今は
What happens to the Mayushi talking with Okarin now?
I would assume the same thing that happens whenever we send a D-mail happens, where reality adjusts to match, right?
過去が変わり
The present would change to match the past, and this conversation would never happen.
こう
Oh, and you wouldn't notice the difference, Okarin?
ああ
Right. No one would notice.
だとしたら
That'd be kinda sad.
俺が
For who? Me?
No, for Mayushi.
マユシが
I don't get what she means.
だからク
Maybe
リ
that's why
スチャ
Christian
ンは
doesn't want to change the
過
past.
去を変えたくないって言って
She nods to herself with a bright smile.
Oh, I just saw something. Can you time leap into the
タイム
future?
リープは
飛べるかもしれない
Maybe,
が
but there wouldn't be a point.
飛んだところで意味はない
Risa and I reached that conclusion yesterday. I mean, yeah, now I think about it, it would be pointless. I mean, let's assume you send your memories to the future. what does that accomplish? All you get is a blast of your own memories from the past, which you already knew. So what would be the point? You already knew it to begin with. It's not going to change anything. The memories you send overwrite the memories at your destination. If you sent your memories 1 week into the future, then the future you would lose 1 week of memories. The whole point of our time leap machine is to affect past events. We don't need to worry about the future. Besides, you're less likely to reach the future than you are in the past. And that's because the future is inherently unpredictable. For example, do you think you'll have the same phone number for all eternity?
How should I know?
Exactly my point. And remember, pagers became obsolete with the advent of cell phones. Similarly, our phones may be replaced by some other device in the future. In order to time leap to succeed, the target you must have a phone whose number you know. As long as that condition is met, there should never be a problem with setting the destination. The real problem is what inside the phone wave name subject change is acting as the lifter. Until we figure that out, we can't reproduce the discharge phenomenon at will. The phone wave name subject change will remain incomplete. On the other hand, if we can figure it out, we'll have an endless source of electrons that, unlike CERN's, needs no tuning. I'm exhilarated. The phone wave name subject change is evolving by the day. Our invention of the time leap machine will put us light years ahead of CERN. Time travel will finally become a reality. I can't wait to try it out. My soul yearns for the taste of chaos. I barely managed to keep from bursting out in mad laughter. Come to think of it, more than 1 week has passed since we sent the first email, and although there was that strange threatening email, there remains no sign of Men in Black coming to haul us away. According to Daru, CERN hasn't discovered our hacking either. The next problem is what will happen when we use the time leap machine. In order to compress a human's entire wealth of memory into the requisite 36 bytes, we have to borrow the LHC's black hole. I can't believe that CERN won't notice an unauthorized activation of the LHC. How do we keep them from finding us? We need a plan.
Oh, I guess I can't go back to grade school, can I? I didn't have a phone back then.
Mayuri's still talking about the time leap. You want to go back to your elementary school days? I know exactly how you feel. If you repeat elementary school with the knowledge you have now, you'll get top grades and have an easy time bending children to your will.
Yeah, and I thought maybe I could see Grandma again.
I see. I'm afraid that's not possible. Mayuri's grandmother passed away when Mayuri was in elementary school.
Yeah, it's too bad, but I guess I don't really need to see her. I still remember her words, her smile and her wrinkly hand patting my head. So even though I don't see her again, I'm okay. What I really want is to see little Ocarine again.
Back then, I was already a scientist without equal, a titan towering above the other children. You can hardly be blamed for desiring to meet the child prodigy who would one day be as feared as the great mad scientist, Hugh Koma.
I don't want to meet Hyo and what's face. I want to meet Ocarine.
I am Hugh Koma, always have been, always will be. Mayuri just doesn't get it. So I disregard her comment. Anyway, there's no point. You haven't matured at all since that time, so nothing would change if you went back to elementary school anyway.
Hey, that's not true. Mayushi's all grown up now.
The only thing that's grown is how much you eat. Stop.
That's not true. Mayushi's a real one now.
I don't want to hear the details, but she probably doesn't know what she's talking about.
Besides, Okarine's the one who hasn't changed since then.
Isn't that what I said? I was already a genius mad scientist when you met me. The shopkeeper shoots me a glare. I guess this isn't the best place for mechanical laughter. Better get those parts and head back to the lab. We finished our job and come out in front of the station. Alrighty then, it's 3:58 right now. So I think I'm actually going to go ahead and end it here. Oh, so much happened today. And I'm starting to get very worried. we're gonna be working on, we're gonna be doing big time travel next. Again, very spicy. It is getting absolutely spicy, but we'll have to wait till next time. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you all later. Peace.